Welcome to the fucking show.
Hey, y'all better look the fuck out today. My crayons are sharp, the box is full, my bottle of glue's topped off, and my helmet's on tight, baby. We about to rism with the tism. Let's get with it.
Ooh, ha, ha.
Suck my.
It won't play. It won't play.
Suck my dick and eat my asshole, you sons of bitches. What, baby? Nikki goes, wow.
3 more years, we'll be able to get it right.
you think after 3 years. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. We do have a full house backstage, but I wanted to take a minute with just Jeff and I.
Yeah, that was bright. Jesus, I thought Leggy was standing back there.
I wanted to take just a minute with just Jeff and I. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. You know the drill. Go check us out on all the social medias. Listen to us everywhere you listen to podcasts. Simply run right on over to bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. All those links are going to be there, including links to our sponsors, Liquid IV, W Energy, and Zencastr. Make sure you use our promo code Words Are Hard. Jeffrey, first and foremost, happy anniversary, brother. Today is the
anniversary,
actual day that we recorded and posted our very first episode of the podcast. And I have a little snippet, a sample of something I want to play Saturday night. But
okay,
take a listen to this. This is from the very first episode.
I mean, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but this is a real thing. So this is the very first episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. I mean, this is a real deal, moving forward. I mean, I'm pretty stoked about it. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Oh, I've been dreaming about this.
At least you got one of the clips where we're not talking over each other. That first episode is bad.
I have something a little special for Saturday night because we are going to do a full-on celebration Saturday night. But I have an extended version of that first episode. It was bad.
Oh my God.
No bueno. We had no idea.
I think once we got where we could see each other, that's when we really kind of hit our stride.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, let's be honest, we still haven't hit our stride.
Yeah. But as I said, we do have a full house. You guys know Jeffrey. You guys know me. I'm the champ. I'm Glick. We got Connor with the hard ER hanging out with us tonight.
There he is.
Him and his Backstreet Boys hat.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Jaravishi's in the building.
Hey, yo. Happy 3 years, guys.
Hey, appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
We got the good half of talking shit, Mark.
I figured you were putting up Brian.
And then we have the special needs half of talking shit, which means we got the full gambit of talking shit in the house. And we've also got
my little adopted brother.
Don't hold it against him because he's married to his sister or his mom. I don't know what she is this week. He might have a problem. He might not have a problem. And I'm pretty sure he's an Alabama fan, but I've been told he has an NDA, and we're not allowed to talk about those things. The one and only Bryce Tucker in the building, hanging out. We're popping his chair here on Nonsense.
That stone cold ass wannabe intro.
That was made for us.
Yeah, that was great, though, man. That was great. Congratulations, man, on the anniversary, man.
I appreciate that. And then hanging out with us. I just looked at his name. We got one of the guys from Good Real Hunting hanging out with us. The final Bert, if you will.
There it is.
I appreciate the invite, and I just want to say real quick, this is the greatest gathering of pieces of trailer park trash that I have ever seen.
Facts on facts.
I can be mad, but you're right.
Nah, I'm just messing. I'm glad to be here.
No. You guys are probably wondering, why the hell are they having such a full house on a Wednesday night? Well, it's going to look like this Saturday night, but it typically looks like this on Saturday night too. We aren't going to do a big full-blown celebration for our anniversary, although today is our 3-year anniversary of this show, birthday of this show. I can't believe it's already been 3 years.
I can't believe
what a crazy ride it's been.
Shit this long.
Right? What an absolute crazy ride it's been. We've had highs, we've had lows, we've had bad shows, we've had good shows, we've had co-hosts that didn't last, whatever the case may be, we've kind of been all over the place. But we're still here, we're still making content, we're still having fun. Which leads us to why we have a full house tonight. Now, I know some of the guys in the panel, Jeffrey and Connor, are probably going to be a little bit bored, but this past Saturday and Sunday was Wrestlemania. The new era, if you will. I want to ask you guys, before we get down to the meat and potatoes of it, how do you guys feel about Mania? Would you think it was a good Mania, indifferent, bad Mania, bad matches?
All in all, I think it was pretty good. I mean, for the most part, everything that we thought was going to happen pretty much happened, except for Brian's picks.
We'll get to that here in a few.
But I mean, everything went. I think it ended the way that it should. Even on the first night, it ended the way it should have. I mean, altogether, I think all the matches were, they had their own particular parts to it that worked out great.
It was decent, I would say. I say it was good. The only thing I don't like about it was, other than the 2 main events, no other match went over 20 minutes. And so they didn't really have a lot of long matches. A lot of the matches were fast, and they kind of went by fast, and I didn't really care for that.
I wish they would have had more surprises, though. In between or during or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead, you have like Snoop Dogg trying to be funny and in the attendance on a 420.
Yeah.
Rock had one of the best entrances of all time.
Oh yeah.
The final boss engaged was badass. I don't give a damn.
I still don't like that moniker, the final boss. I mean,
No.
He came out with the fire. He came out with the fire and the belt. Oh
yeah. I mean, that was good, but
he's got to stroke his ego somehow because everything else on him is so small.
What you need to know about the final boss is he can be beat.
Mm-hmm. He can be beaten.
And he makes the fucking
choke slam straight to hell. He fucks around and finds out.
And plus, I don't think The Rock cares about what we have to think when he's got a stock income of $9.2 million from what I saw a report earlier today. So I'm sure the final boss has been pretty good for him.
Just for the weekend alone, that's what he got.
That's crazy.
He'll sleep just fine. I did think
he'll be just fine.
Yeah, The Rock's entrance was pretty cool. I liked Cody's. I liked the background, like the post-apocalyptic, like Armageddon type deal, and then Cody came out with the skull mask. I thought that was pretty sick too. Roman Reigns just fucking everything about him just fucking bores me. Let's be honest.
See, I loved Roman's entrance though.
He had
There were 2 entrances that were absolutely god awful, and unfortunately, they both belong to one person. Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh, the outfits he was wearing, and
Rhea's was fantastic. I like Rhea's.
His outfits are god awful. My wife wanted to know why he was wearing a kimono the second night. I said, I don't know. It has something to do with the dress that he wore the first night. So she had to go back and look at that.
I sent Brian a message both times. What the fuck is Seth wearing? And
yeah,
so pretty much like CM Punk. Like, who is this goof?
Question: was this event your guys' fashion week or what?
No,
I feel like I'm watching Sex in the City here. What the fuck?
So Seth Rollins.
Oh my god!
Seth Rollins has this gimmick as of the last couple of years where he just wears the most ridiculous,
outlandish
outfits that no man should ever wear.
What is that?
But
Hey, he's the Elton John of the WWE. Like, come on.
That's a moniker. That's a moniker.
Oh, shit.
I'm starting to catch the picture with that sentence right there. Yeah, I get it.
But man, can I just do a quick shout out real quick to Samantha, the ring announcer, because I thought she deserved her road. She needs she needs a vacation with her throat, because I bet it's just sore as all get out. And I'm not talking about Ricochet, but anyways, I think her ring announcing work was absolutely god tier. Like, if you think Roman Reigns is in god mode, she was in goddess mode over this past weekend. I just want to make sure she got her flowers.
She did great. Especially watching after Cody won, how my gosh, dude. How she was, sort of.
Same with Sammy too. Like, I'm just saying, and it adds to the moment too. A lot of people's like, "Oh, she's got to stay professional." I'm like, no, like, you want that kind of realism. It makes the moment better.
Those same people that are saying that are the same people that never seen Jim Ross when Stone Cold Steve Austin would win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's just legit crazy to me, and plus another thing too, like right before that night 2 main event between Cody and Roman, the way she just did everything, it just created that whole big fight field within the crowd. It got the crowd hype, and I'm just want to give her roses.
Oh yeah, she was great as always. But I mean, as always, she's always great.
She won me over last year, but I think she won everybody this year. I think she's going to get a raise and everything.
I thought it was pathetic of people to to downgrade her on the way that she was saying the. And I love the way that she says Chelsea Green.
Oh,
just the way she does it, it's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, it gives every wrestler an identity, but that's what's great about it.
Yeah. I think the nice thing about her too is the fact that it's real emotion. It's real raw emotion with her. At the end of the day, it's not just Michael Buffer was a robot. It was the same. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, Michael Buffer though actually gave
he praised her. Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, as she deserved.
I just found it funny that you equated wrestling with professionability.
Isn't it your nap time right now, Jeff?
My nap time was hours ago.
So I want to kind of ask you guys individually, did you have a favorite match of the night? I'll start over here with Brian.
So I did enjoy.
Did you watch it, Brian?
I did, yeah. I did enjoy
like this.
No. I absolutely enjoyed let's see. I enjoyed the match with KO and Randy and the knuckle fuck. But man, was I fucking way off on that one, boy. I'll tell you what. I wanted Randy to win that match so bad. And him and KO were at the beginning when they teamed up and he brings him down in the golf cart. I thought that was probably one of the funniest moments in the show, dude. I really do. I feel like that was probably one of the funniest moments in the show. I wanted it to continue, and that's why I was hoping that Randy or KO, one of those guys, would have won that match. So
yeah,
yes, I enjoyed it.
What's up, big dog? What about you, Mark?
Well, I fell asleep during the tag match, but that's besides the point. I was hurting really bad the night or that day, and I just had to go to sleep.
He was thinking about cocks too all night.
Oh, the fucking roosters! Oh my god!
See, he says roosters, cocks, same thing.
3 o'clock in the morning, fucking roosters went off, and they kept.
Mark and I must have similar brain patterns.
Actually, this might be surprising because normally I'm not a Bailey person, but I think Bailey and Io.
I was going to say that was probably one of my favorite matches as well. I'm going to agree with you there. I think
I'm not. I don't like. I've never liked Bailey. I've never been a fan of hers, but she did a great job.
Mm-hmm. My wife wants her to go back to be the hugger.
I think both ladies came out. That was probably the best version of Io that I've ever seen in the ring, and definitely top tier Bailey performance. Even everything going on, I really, I mean, obviously cliche that, you know, the main event of night 2 was obviously the match everybody wanted to see, but I agree with
even Seth and Seth and McIntyre match. I mean, that was a good match too. And I really thought that it wasn't going to end the way it did. I called it. Priest was going to come down. He was cashing in, but he had won. He had been playing. McIntyre playing with CM Punk, and like that.
That was
took your eye off the prize, boy.
That was so fucking funny. All you had to do was go to the locker room and it would have been done. But no, you had to go there and fucking talk your little fucking heart's content down to CM Punk. He got what he deserved.
What about you, Jericho's non-disclosure? Are we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, we can talk about this. No, I thought I don't know. I thought the tag team match was decent. I thought it probably went about 10 minutes too long. Because the match went like 45 minutes, I think. Probably went maybe 10, 15 minutes too long. Obviously, the main event was great. People say what you will. I still, not as far as like the star power of like people returning and like all the surprises at the end, but the match itself, I prefer Roman and Cody 39 over Roman Cody 40 as far as like pure wrestling. Yeah. And I'm sure my traditionalists over here to my right will agree with me. As far as pure
I can agree with you.
It was still great. I thought the tag team ladder match wasn't that great. The MVP was obviously the broken ladder.
Oh, come on. R-Truth was the MVP. That was freaking funny. The hot tag.
I can't remember which one of y'all called it, but Grayson Waller and them, they won the tag titles uncontested, completely uncontested. So one of y'all called that.
It went through a ladder. That was freaking funny.
Yeah, that was great. But I'm trying to think. I thought Becky and Rhea's match was really good.
To start off the whole thing, yeah.
I thought
no one good.
Was I the only one that picked Rhea to win that match?
No, I picked her too.
It was just so short.
Well, if I knew Becky had 102-degree fever all that week, I would have picked Rhea Ripley.
It was pretty good. So that's I would say, I don't know, other than that, my favorite match was probably the main event, but I thought Io and Bayley really had a good match as well, too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it was one of those steal the show matches that nobody expected it to be that good. What about you, Brett, man? You got a favorite one there?
Yeah, I got a favorite one. Like again, the main event was great, but I'm not trying to be like let's all pick the main event kind of way. So I'm trying to avoid that because I think that's the obvious winner. It was the main event. It gave everybody what a wrestling fan wants in a main event at Wrestlemania. And Io and Bayley, great match. It's a great reminder again why Io is actually a damn good It's like a damn good talent, but again, we talked about it from the show last week. She just needs a character. If we could get a character on her, I think she'll be better off. If we don't, I'm kind of scared for Io. But Bayley put her over, and I think Bayley did a great job. But I think the one that I think deserves more love and from a good story development and also in good wrestling, I love the Sami Zayn and Gunther match. Just the raw emotion of that match, the wrestling moves, the ending of that match. Like I thought all that was absolutely spot on. I know a lot of people are mad that Gunther lost and Sami Zayn won. I know a lot of people are upset, but if there's a good story to it, Sami Zayn being the ultimate underdog, Rocky Balboa, Philadelphia, ultimate underdog, it kind of fits, and I'm okay with Sami winning.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny watching him look like he had, how he was trying to hawk up and,
the temper tantrum, I call it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I thought he was having a damn seizure. I thought he was having a real medical emergency. I was like, what the hell is happening to Sammy right now? Because for you non-wrestling fans, Jeff and Connor, this cat was laid out in the middle of the ring, and all of a sudden his legs straight up vertical. He's slamming it down on the mat. He's everywhere, like just like all over. It was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I feel like I'm in a fever dream.
But here's the deal too with that real quick.
Lost in the land of nerds. Jesus.
Check your phone, Jeff.
But no, if Sami Zayn could kick out those two most ferocious power bombs I've ever seen a power bomb be given, he deserves to win that Intercontinental title. Just the impact. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, Sami's dead. Like if they kicked out, I'm like, oh yeah, he's definitely winning because there's no way anybody survives those vicious power bombs.
What about that brain buster?
Oh, dude, I was scared.
I thought it was a bot. I thought it was a botch.
I thought it was I think it was a botch.
No, actually, I did research on it. It's like El Generico's like finisher back in the day. So it was kind of like an homage.
You basically dropped their head on the top turnbuckle.
Yes.
Well, I know that, but the way that it looked was that like he accidentally dropped him and then just bam.
But it still looked really good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, it looked phenomenal. Gunther is a great talent. He'll be world champion by the end of the year.
I will say I thought Jimmy and Jay's match was a complete dud. For them to be twin brothers, I thought the two of them could really put on a better match. Being as they've wrestled together for years, they know each other.
Oh, dude.
You just feel like
they did more storytelling than actual wrestling, though. That was their problem. It needed a stipulation for that match to be better.
It was just a super kick. It was a super kick off. That's all it was.
I don't think those two are done with each other yet.
Well,
I agree.
There's a method to my madness here, and the reason I saved Jarvis for last. So Jarvis, what was your favorite match? But also, as we work our way back around, because we're the second part of my question was, what was your least favorite match, or the one that you thought was the worst?
Well, I mean, my favorite match. That's hard to really answer because so many of them put on their best matches that they could. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. The worst one, even though it wasn't Rhea or Becky's fault, it just got rushed. And yeah, Becky had the fever and all that, but they could have easily worked around that. Yeah. They could have literally just had Becky come down and Rhea just like cold cock her or something, and then get the quick pin and be done with it. But no, like there was nothing really wrong with WrestleMania.
I gotta say,
it's not the Death Cage. It was Hell in the Cell there, buddy.
Actually, I'll tell you the one, if you don't mind, the one that I didn't think was a
shut up, Connor. Match. I know what you're fucking doing.
It was the 6-man woman match. I didn't think that one was that good.
Yeah, it was
that one.
It was mainly Jade's. It was Jade's show. That's why it was bad.
Yeah, that was just to push Jade over. The one that I didn't care for, and I thought it was completely pointless and unnecessary. And I 100% called this. I think this was just to give Bubba Ray a fucking paycheck because I don't know what he's doing other than podcasts anymore.
Oh, Bubba still wrestles
with the final testicle and the lion pride or whatever.
The pride in the final.
That was such a bullshit.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was a bullshit match. That I don't think had any. They could have put that on a fucking house show or on.
They could have put that on SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly.
And put the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on back on Mania.
I didn't even watch that.
I feel like I would have rather watched Shinsuke Nakamura come out and do something.
Just dance down the ramp.
Just something just to hear his music hit and everybody sing with him. That's would have been enough for me.
Or do like the speed tournament like at WrestleMania, that they're doing right now, or at least put Ricochet or something. Because I'm the same thing with Glick. That that Philly street fight was a complete waste of time. And plus the Final Testament didn't win too, and I think that hurts Karrion Kross and AOP even more. Now they're just going to be drafted to NXT. You watch.
Oh, that's where they're at. Drafted. I mean, that's
where they're going to be. Yeah,
they just were on it last night, beating up.
I know that's why. Champs. That's the hint. So,
and that's the thing that kills me. Why not give? I mean, you got the AOP are absolute monsters. Give them a fucking push, at least first 6 months.
I tried to give them the push. I picked them. I tried to give them the push. They didn't take it.
I picked them too. I thought that they were going to win.
But
once Bubba Ray was a referee, it was kind of given.
Yeah.
Well, the stupid thing is
that was just a gimmick match to get Bubba Ray there.
Yeah. Me and Glick even said, because you have to call it a Philadelphia street fight. It's like, why don't you just call it a street fight? Like it was so stupid that, because we would have never guessed that. Oh, hey, you guys are in Philadelphia after you said it like 5 million times over the course of the year.
Yeah. It sounds like we're all kind of inconsistent or in agreement with that match. But Bryce or Brett, did you guys have a match that either one of you guys didn't care for even more or anything like that?
Trying to think, because again, like I'm with Steven, like really, in all technicality, there wasn't really nothing wrong with the card, except for that Philly Street fight, like for the other ones, that is. So I'm just going to stick with that one. And I just even thought about that the Philly Street fight, the way you can make that a better moment. You could just done Karrion Kross versus Lashley, and then that's when you could have all the ECW legends that were at the Hall of Fame come out and do all the moves to Karrion Kross and just send everyone happy.
Yeah.
You literally could have had just fucking Paul Heyman referee it.
Yeah, like just something cool like that. But yeah, we just wasted everybody's time. I'm glad they got paid, but their time was just like our time was just completely wasted with that match.
I said they
What
got
you got,
paid.
Bryce?
We wasted our money for it. But yeah, that definitely the street fight, without a doubt.
Well, the street fight, was basically a pee break for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like that.
What I called
it's
it.
like that other six tag match, with Jade and them. I mean, all that was, we knew exactly what that was. That was just a Jade push. I mean, we all called it. We all called Jade for the pin. We all said
actually, hold on. Brett actually picked who Jade would pin too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I saw that coming a mile away. But man, here's the other thing too with that match: it should be illegal to use that hair whip. Poor Asuka. Like, oh my god!
Come on, if you pull on the hair, she's going to use it as a weapon, and she's already said that.
Yeah,
I know, but dadgum. Like
every match she's in, she's whooping somebody, and that's got. We all know wrestling's fake. We all know it's scripted.
That's not fake.
That's gotta hurt.
That shit.
When you
saw Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37, like, oh my god.
Yeah, when you're welting up and there's red marks and shit, it doesn't feel good.
Just let the final boss whoop you with Mama Rhodes belt.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. Bianca is just such a super athlete in her strength. Like, that's not fair for her to have such a thing. Like, they should Liv Morgan's hair grow out and then do that maneuver. It won't hurt the talent as much. Like,
yeah, right. But so we're doing this recap because, as some of you guys know, most of you guys know, the four of us got together Thursday night and did WrestleMania. What's that?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Learn how to count, Glick.
Big E. 5.
No. Fuck no, you fuckers didn't invite me, you fucking cocksuckers.
Bryce, Brian, me.
Oh, wait, yeah, there's 5 of us. I was looking at you 4. Never mind. Numbers are hard.
Memory's hard too.
Yeah. Clicking ain't easy. I was there too, guy. I totally forgot.
God, but the 5 of us got together. Yeah, trust me, we don't know. We know that you were there because you kept sending us messages.
Oh, yeah, I know. Somebody was real quiet this weekend. I didn't even talk to him for the first time until yesterday. I wonder who that was. He looks like a Wish version of Stone Cold. I won't mention any names, but but we all got together. We kind of did the little pre-show WrestleMania pre-show. Talked about it. Had our picks on talking shit with Mark and Brian. Thank you guys for allowing me to partake in that. That was actually a lot of fun. It was, being a wrestling fan, there's not a lot of wrestling fans in my life. So it was fun to talk wrestling for a couple hours outside of my son, which, him and I talk wrestling all the time, but he's 10 years old. So he doesn't really know, the back in the day or anything like that as much as he watches on YouTube and he's learning. But we all made picks. And before the picks were made, someone
ran his fucking mouth
to open his mouth and challenge the champ. So, fucking Mark, it's your show. And if you would save last place and first place for last.
Okay. Oh, hold on. No, I'm going to do it the right way. Okay. In last place, he only picked 5 right. And that's my wonderful co-host over here, Brian. Now, me, Jericho, and Brett all tied for second. We got 8 of 5. And do I have to say this?
Can I do it?
No. I have to do it because I don't need your lips on his ass right now.
Do you want me to do it?
Glick,
Oh no,
you
you got
your
turn coming.
Glick,
Oh
Glick
no,
won.
Brian's gonna have his chance. You go ahead, Mark.
Use any word other than the C word.
Okay, Brian, go ahead.
Brian will have his
Do
moment.
it.
You go ahead, Mark.
Okay. Glick went 11 for 2 at picking.
Damn.
That fucker won.
That was the most
I salute
underwhelming fucking announcement of the
Not
champ
to mention,
ever.
not to
I'm
mention the fact,
disappointed with all of you others.
not to mention the fact that I called it in that Drew McIntyre Seth Rollins match. 4 Claymores. It was a Claymore fucking party, baby.
Yep.
This has really been going on for 3 years.
So
I mean, quite honestly, hold on. Hey, Glick, hold on. And now, if we would have put in other stuff that we talked about in there, it would have been up more on points. But I didn't want to go that route. I just said, screw it. I'd go by the. And Brian still would have lost his ass off.
Shut up.
And, I mean, he's
Damn,
the
way to
one.
throw
You know
your
what?
co-host
Actually,
under the
what
bus.
really got me was the fact that he picked Jimmy and Jay to go to a no contest.
A no contest.
And that's what really got me.
Listen,
I
hold
knew
on now.
something was wrong.
Did
And he was
nobody
reading the
see
dirt
it?
sheets.
Did nobody see it? Did nobody see it when Jimmy is like, "Come on, little brother. Come on, little brother. I love you."
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then he tried to.
Oh, come on.
sneak
And
attack
that's the
him.
same thing that a lot of them have done.
I was
Oh,
hoping
Brian
that that's
was
where it
getting
was
so
all going to
excited
come together.
There, Brian was getting so excited for 2 seconds. Oh my God, they're going to do it. They're going to walk out. It's going to be.
I was like, "This is it."
Didn't know better than that.
Yeah,
No,
well,
if Brian would have got that match, I would have actually gave him 2 points for that. For
and
calling
you guys
it.
had me on an island because I was the only one to pick Ray to win, and then I was like, "Fuck!" Now I'm screwed because of the Dragon Lee thing. And I was like, "Yeah, there's no way they're not."
Yeah, I
gonna put
was going to actually send something out, say, "Hey, look, that match we're not going to call because of the fact that Andrade was going to come in, and I really thought he was going to turn, or somebody was going to turn on Ray."
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, the whole Philadelphia Eagles helped him win, man. Fuck
Yeah.
that. That doesn't count.
Man,
Dude, fucking Jason Kelsey whipped fucking Dominic into that thing like
Dominic
he owed him money.
Mysterio has still not landed from Jason Kelsey launching him into the stratosphere. However, I need to have a private moment. Just one moment. I'm gonna drop them down. Drop them down. Drop them down. Drop him. Drop him. Drop you. First and foremost, I didn't get to hear it on Sunday night, so I'm going to get to hear it now.
You're muted.
I know,
Okay,
it
now
mutes
you're
when the music plays. However,
Okay.
I did make something just for you, buddy.
Oh boy, here we go. Hey, I did something for you too. Right there at the bottom of my name.
No, I want to hear you say it.
I acknowledge you. Just this once.
Acknowledge me.
Next year it's different. We have other shows coming up as far as wrestling shows, and I think Mark wants to get back into. I think he said he wants to do SummerSlam.
Mhm.
So
we're gonna do the four major ones instead of Bryce had said, oh, let's do all of them, but I think it would be better if we did the big four would be better.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, everybody that was on that show that night has agreed to come back in August to talk SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
I am down.
I'm in. How much does it pay?
in.
Yeah.
Huh?
How much does that show pay? I'll be there.
9 points.
You're
gonna be there
Don't you
anyway.
worry about it, Brian, because you won't get your picks right anyway.
Hey, you never know.
I-
Brian did great last year at WrestleMania. I don't know what the fuck happened this year.
I saw different things coming,
not
man. I did.
I'm not a part-time champ like some champions. I'm always down to accept any
don't worry.
challenge. I would
Your
like to
title
say though, my championship reigns continue to grow. I'm now at 30. Now solidly solidifying myself as the greatest champion of all time across the board.
We really need to come together and beat this fucker.
Hold on. Hey,
who wants to be my shield?
Let's go, Brett.
I also want to ask Brett to see if he wants to do the if he wants to host the SummerSlam show instead of just one of us or not. If not, we could see if you wanted to do the recap.
Okay, let me talk to my co-host because I want to make sure that's okay with him. But I would love to host that because that would be awesome. And
rule your show with an iron fist, Brett.
Yes, my
tribal chief.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the wise man.
I have my very own.
Give him a bigger fucking head than what he's already got.
Here, sorry, I gotta get the walk down real quick.
I knew I liked Brett.
Now,
quick question, real quick, Fo. I know we said the big four, but I'll be honest with you. I think we actually have a big five now because I even consider Money in the Bank a big pay-per-view now, just because with how much implications.
I mean, we could do it every few months if you want to do that too. I mean,
I was just thinking. I just know how big Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank would be a fun one to do. Money in the Bank would be.
Okay, so that'll be our next one. Money in the Bank.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And while we're here, we might as well include. I think he got a little sad for it, but we should invite Steven to help this.
No, the only problem I have is fucking
Steven.
Captain Goddamn McGee up there, fucking Glick saying, crying his eyes out with tears in his eyes, going like, "No one wants to talk wrestling or sports with me."
How dare you mock my tribal chief like that?
Nah.
You've heard him.
I'll take him down a fucking.
You heard
peg.
Brett Heyman.
Gentlemen,
I'm gonna get a haircut for the next go, or get a ball cap or something.
Yes, Jeff. Jeff's trying to get 2 cents in here.
No, well, I have something for all of you.
Nerd. You're a fucking nerd. You're a fucking nerd. And no one likes you. No one likes you.
You're all
I thought that was Baron Corbin for a second.
Would you feel better, Jeff, if we talked about Game of Thrones or Harry
Oh
Potter?
my God! Anything but fucking wrestling. I swear to God.
I don't know Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. I'm not.
You probably don't even know Harry Potter, so come on.
No, not a fan.
All right, so why else are we here tonight?
Okay, so anyways, how dare you diss Game of Thrones?
So actually, I do want to take a minute because we do have some new faces on the show tonight.
We do.
One guy I've been trying to poach for a hot minute so that he could actually have the opportunity to be on a real pod. I mean, another podcast. God, words are really hard.
Words are hard. Mercy.
No, I do. I want to take a minute. We do have a couple new faces tonight. I'd like to introduce them and allow them to also introduce themselves. Mr. Bryce Tucker in the building. I met him for the first time. I think it was on your guys' 1-year anniversary show.
Yes.
And I find him to be funny as hell. But the thing that impressed me the absolute most was I don't even know this cat. And I came in as soon as he started talking. I started roasting him.
So
and he came right back at me. Yeah, he came right back at me, and we had a fun back and forth. And I thought he was super cool. Started following some of his social media. He makes me laugh way more than I should on a daily basis.
Appreciate it.
I guess TikToker, Facebooker, future stand-up comedian. Welcome to the show. First and foremost, appreciate you coming on with the guys and hanging out. But go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself. What you're doing and where you're heading, man, and where they can find.
All right, so beyond the Jericho non-disclosure, I'm actually Bryce Tucker. I'm a TikTok comedian, or really a social media comedian at this point. I don't know if you could really just call it a TikToker anymore, but you can find me on any app any app possible. All you got to do is search up Bryce Tucker. You can find me. I've been doing started doing TikTok videos. It's just a bunch of me just rattling off a bunch of random shit, talking shit, kind of like how you guys do, but just on a a different level, I guess you would say, as far as like having to shove all my shit down into 1 minute vignettes and skits and shit. But I've been doing this for about 4 years now. Finally getting somewhere where I want to be. I'm trying to think.
That's him.
I had a couple celebratory hits before I got on here, so. But you can also
don't worry, you've been on this show now. It's all gonna go away.
yeah, exactly. But no, that's about it. I'm just your average run-of-the-mill Southern comedian. If you like Jeff Foxworthy before Jeff Foxworthy sold out for fucking Golden Corral, then you may like me.
Listen, I think that you sell out. If the money's there, you're selling out too.
Oh, hey,
amen to that.
Hey,
Bryce,
hey, Bryce, hey, Bryce, you're not on OnlyFans yet, are you?
No.
See,
we're working on that. We're working on that.
I'm
no comment. I have a Glick non-disclosure, so can't talk about that stuff.
Glick, you're gonna hold that belt the whole night
until I get tired of holding it.
Somebody's gotta beat him for that.
I'm, if Brett was here, I could hand it off and let him hold it.
Oh, you're gonna let him hold what now?
Anything for you by Tribal Chief.
Brett. He's already got enough people kissing his ass.
Don't give him a big fucking head. It's
yeah.
Hey, the camera as is.
Both of you. That'll be enough.
We can cut him down a peg. We can cut him down.
Back when he used to be a young Sasquatch.
I got your back.
Yes.
Hey, Leggy. Hey, Jamie.
Legs.
Hey, Jamie, did you get the stickers I sent?
3 years.
What's that?
I asked Jamie if she got the stickers I sent her.
Oh. So yes, the whole night, not the first time.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start wearing both belts at the same time. You know?
I love
is this like
another 5 years?
Is this a reading competition? Because I'm slow.
Hey, I can't read.
See the Brian. You can't even see the screen to read it.
Up.
So Bryce, have you actually? One of the questions I've been wanting to ask you, just really haven't had the opportunity and the chance yet. Have you had the opportunity to get up on stage and try anything like at an open mic or anything like that, or has everything just been social media so far?
No, it's all been social media so far, and now it's probably going to be like that for a while because we're back farming again. So I'm back working 9-10 hour shifts during the day, and then having to trying to have to fit all the shit in there on top of it is it's a lot.
How are we supposed to have a comedy show down here with you if you're off farming? Damn.
It's called a job, bitch. God damn. You want the fucker to starve or something?
What is a job?
Yeah, what is a job?
Job you speak of.
Yeah, don't worry. We already had that discussion today as I'm getting yelled at 4:30. Hey, have you set up the studio yet? I'm like, I'm not even home from work yet, guys.
No shit. Who said that?
I didn't ask if he set up the studio.
Fuck boys from
Florida. No, hold on. We asked to see if he had the link yet.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that Bryce got the link
at 4 o'clock.
I didn't want Bryce. I get it. You're here now, but I didn't want you to be like, "Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Nobody messaged me. Guess I ain't going on that show."
Yeah.
It was 1. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think it would have been fine.
If somebody would actually check his social media. He's gotten a couple links to this show, but they're not yet to be open on Instagram.
Hey, it takes them a while to open that shit.
Dude, if he comes in on Saturday, he's gonna roast every freaking one of your guests. Isn't that right, Bryce?
You don't think I can handle it?
How is that different from any other show?
Turn it into you and Bryce just roasting everyone.
I was gonna say, like Jeff said, how is that any different from any other show? Other than the fact that poor Jarvis, wherever he's at, there he is. He's in the middle. Hey, that's actually a good spot for you to be, Jarvis, considering the amount of abuse you
liked
take.
It.
We can all come on you at the same time.
I don't abuse Jarvis. It's the other two assholes.
Oh no!
Oh, no. That's a fucking lie, Chris.
Yeah, Glick would never fucking shit on any of his.
I will. I swear, I'll go through the last 10 Saturday nights, and I will pick you apart, Chris.
Facts on facts, ladies and
I'll
gentlemen.
deny everything. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That was his evil twin that doesn't talk about his championship reigns.
Yeah.
That person doesn't exist.
What are you doing, dude? So are you planning to I know, like, God, I don't miss farming at all, man. I never, but like, my parents didn't own a farm, but I worked on enough of them growing up that exactly, like, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all.
No, it's long fucking days. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, my fiance and my kids are like, "Oh, we want mini horses, we want goats, and we want this."
Oh,
I don't think any one of you know exactly how much.
I want normal family.
Fucking normal life, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think any of you know how hard it is or how much work it takes just to raise food. And they're like, "We're not going to eat them. They're pets." I'm like, "No, they're farm animals. So either they work, or they get eaten. That's the rules."
Yeah. Well, Nikki talks about she wants those baby cows all the time, and I keep seeing these videos on TikTok where it's a guy staring at those mini cows going, "Baby steak," and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it.
I mean, I want to fight a kangaroo.
Kids, you want to find out where veal comes from?
Yeah, right.
Well, I want to fight a kangaroo, but like I used to get told as a kid, want in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up first.
Amen to that. I tell the kids that every day.
But outside of the farming, are you gonna start looking to maybe find a stage to get on somewhere and start trying to hone your comedian skills, or are you just gonna stick with the
just jump on the back of the flatbed trailer?
No, it's definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm actually I'll be honest. I'm content with making the videos. I'm happy with it. Would it bother me? No, if I didn't. But do I want to? Yes, I do want to try that. Just to see where it goes. Because if we're being honest, in the line of comedy, that's where the big bucks are, is on stage. And I know there's some people that make good money. Don't get me wrong. I know there's some people on here that make millions of dollars, but we're talking about people with 10, 15, 20 million followers. I ain't got that kind of followers. I don't make that kind of money. So I also, I still got to work a job to keep ends meet, because at the end of the day, I got a youngin' I got to feed and shit like that, so, but,
you want another one? I got two. You can have one.
No, I'm good where I'm at. I think this right here one is enough.
I mean, no.
Look, they have very strict rules.
But I just want to stick with one now, I believe.
Yeah. They have very strict rules at the trailer park. You're only allowed to breed with your direct.
I forgot.
Bloodline, sisters, mom. We got rules, and plus, they don't need any more little Mexicans running around in America. Keep them there.
I'm gonna use the phone.
Well, isn't that what?
Do you ever find yourself struggling for content?
Oh, of course. You gotta when you sit around and you're trying to come up with content every single day. I always say this because people don't. When you're say like if you're Kevin Hart, right? Let's just use a comedian like Kevin Hart. What people don't understand about those comedians is they'll sit there and they'll write out their material, and let's say they'll go on tour, and for 6-7 months, every single city they're going to, they're using the same jokes. What they're doing different is they're recycling them using a different tone, a different delivery, different cadence, just trying to see different ways that makes the audience react a different way. So, but in my case, it's a little different because if I was writing the same shit every single day, that wouldn't last long because people want something new. So I have to constantly, every day, I got to come up with something new. And what's even worse is like TikTok pays only on videos that go over 60 seconds. So my videos got to be over 60 seconds. So used to be Yeah, well, used to be, it wasn't like that. I could sit around and I could come up with a 20-second skit and that would be fine. But now I have to sit down and write out these long, minute, half long videos. And doing that every single day, it does struggle. At times I do have times where like I get writer's block and I don't know what the fuck to talk about. And sometimes I'll go back and I'll look at, if I'm ever struggling, I'll go back at something, let's say a post that I made a year ago and it didn't do well and it wasn't very good. I'll go back to that and I'll take that and I say, okay, well, let me take this and let me try and rework it and see if I can make something better out of it. Or I'll take 2 reels that didn't do good but had like 2 funny bits and I'll mash the funny bits together into one video. And then you just work with it and you try to figure things out. And then on the other side though, some days, I'm not gonna lie to you, some days ideas it's just naturally. But those days are very few far in between. But I do have days where I can sit there and come up with 7 or 8 videos in an hour. And then I have days where it takes the whole day of brainstorming to come up with the video. So it's every day is a little different, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Not to ramble along for an hour and a half. Sorry.
No, you're good. So on those days where you're able to plug out 7 or 8.
Sorry, it was too easy.
Unintended.
Oh, look at me.
when you're dropping 7 or 8 videos, do you hold some back? You save them in your drafts, or do you just hit everything all in one day?
Say if like it's going to be bad weather tomorrow, which it's supposed to be bad weather tomorrow, I'll go and I'll record 2 or 3 videos ahead of time. So like if tomorrow it's storming and I can't go outside and record the video, I already got one made and I can just, the thing with me is I don't like to post. When I first started, I'd post 3-4 times a day, 3 or 4 videos. As I've been posting longer and longer, I've realized that you don't always want to just jam a whole bunch of material on the algorithm at one time because it'll kind of mud it up. You want to space them out. So here, like this past, 6 or 7 months, I've only posted 1 video a day. And that's what I've noticed. 1 video a day is the best for me. So I can go outside and record 4 or 5 videos and then I'm good now for the next 4 or 5 days. And that helps me out a lot too, because if I get writer's block or something, it's like, okay, well, at least I got something in the background that I can throw at the wall if I get to that.
And we talked about this. I think we talked about it with you guys, Mark and Brian. I think you guys were hanging out. We talked about the consistency. It's about consistency.
Yeah. It was well, not only that, but we were when we had the comedians on our show, they kept saying that sometimes a joke could work for this comedian, but it won't work for this one. So this guy will borrow the joke, and sometimes they'll give him the joke and say,
it's all in the delivery and stuff like that too. So just like what he was saying earlier, where they travel from state to state, town to town, and the comedian tells the joke differently after they've written it. They tell it to each different crowd in a different way. So I can understand what he's saying.
I had someone comment under one of my videos one time and told me that if I ever did stand up, to never go north of the Ohio River.
Buddy, you come on up to Ohio. You'll have a Sasquatch escort. I'll take care of you. You'll be perfectly fine. I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe, buddy. You come up to Ohio. Yeah, you'll be fine. Trust me. What a lot of people don't understand about Ohio, and we teased Mark and Brian, and we started saying it a long time ago before we met these guys. Ohio is basically Florida in the north. We're just.
I've heard Ohio is just full of assholes, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we're just
does live there.
Hey, Joe Burrow said that, not me. That's what Joe Burrow is on.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's true.
I'm Ohio boys.
Joe Burrow's a cum stain, anyways. Ohio is just as country bumpkin as it is down in the South. Don't let it fool you. Yeah, we got a couple big cities like Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincy, but everything surrounding them is all
the
rural.
Exception to the rule.
Yeah, I know people from Southern Ohio that would make you look like you were from New York City with their accents. It's insane.
I would bet.
The kind of guys that don't move their lips when they talk.
Yeah, the funny thing is with me is like in my videos, I've kind of adopted the Southern accent in my videos more so. So when I get around people and I talk, they like, man, that's not what you sound like. And it's like, yeah, that's a part of the fucking act, dude. Like,
yeah, you play on it a little bit.
It's not an act.
Yeah.
Nice. So, God.
Called showmanship, motherfuckers.
That's how you conduct an interview. I'm putting on a class here for some people. I'm just kidding.
Should we all stare at the screen for 5 minutes?
Top button here.
No.
I told you he likes hearing his own voice. That's why he talks.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Mark and Brian for real, because they did introduce me to you, and that led me to your social media. And like I said, there's a lot of times where I'm laughing at shit way more than I should, or you know, it's like it's not necessarily the funniest story in the world, but your delivery and your accent is like, all right, that's fuck. I don't know why, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Jerviche.
There was a Facebook post where a guy over here in our county that we live in was very smart, and some guy had some tires for $30, and he decided, hey, I'll sell you these tires for $30, but I need $100 deposit. So the guy that needed these tires said, yeah, absolutely, I'll PayPal you $100. I'll come and pick them up, and and we'll go from there. After reading this post, my daughters both had posted on it, the math ain't mathin'. Mm-hmm. My oldest daughter then tells my youngest daughter, the meth ain't methin'. I told them to stop messing around and get their asses back to work because these crayons ain't going to color themselves.
Nice. I will say this, though. You don't want to go out and film a video outside tomorrow because it's storming. You want to talk about getting some clicks on a video. If you get struck by lightning, bro, that's a win. That's what I tell Jeff all the time, because this guy is eating. He used to eat 17 quarter pounders a show in one sitting. And I'm like, if you have a grabber, you have to do it on the show. You have to have a heart attack and die on the show. Bottom line, that'll be huge for us.
You got it. The captain always goes down with the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't the captain, sir.
No.
Congratulations, Jeff. You've been promoted for tonight. The moment he grabs his chest, I just do a little bit of this. And co-host Glick. Just in control. No, man, I really enjoy, watching your social media. I can't wait until you get the opportunity or the chance to get on stage. I think you're going to absolutely kill it. I'd love to have you on here more often. I'm not running you off by no means. You stick around as long as you want tonight and hang out with us. But I would love to have you on here more often. I'd love, not only because, and I'm not poaching a guest, but it's all about that support.
I'm not going to say that anymore because it's about support.
It's all about that support system, and the more eyes and ears we can get on you, man. Just like with these guys, I love having these guys up on the show. Jarvis and whatnot. The more people it's going to see you, the more people it's going to hear you. Not that you need our help, because I think last time I looked, you had like 17.5 billion followers or something like that.
Jesus.
Share some with the rest of us there. Jericho's non-disclosure.
We're going to try to ride Jericho. I know him. I know that guy.
Hey, Glick, I think you forgot to take a few zeros off of that.
I forgot to do what?
Take a few zeros off of
just
17 billion.
Hey.
It makes it sound better. It makes it sound better. It makes it sound better. Calm down.
If he had 17 billion, he'd have a lot of money, and then he wouldn't have to worry about farming.
I'm no mathematician or anything like that, and I'm not very good with numbers. I'm no expert.
We can tell.
We noticed.
The numbers are pretty high. We won't put them out there. I won't embarrass you and be like, how many followers do you have? People can go look and find out.
I'm proud of my followers. My YouTube, I don't have any followers on my YouTube. I've been trying to promote my YouTube for years, and nobody gives a fuck about it because it's just the same shit that you see on every other app.
Yeah.
No, everybody's on Facebook and X and Insta. So yeah, and TikTok. I think everybody's on TikTok.
Yeah, YouTube is the only app I can't grow on.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah, I removed the background. Yeah, see,
nicely done.
Yeah. I played while you guys were talking about wrestling. I was playing with shit.
I know what you were doing.
Jeff's mad scientist brain was just like, how can I make this look good? How can I make
the black lines on the side of the original were driving me fucking insane, and I was like, I gotta fix this.
Connor was playing with stuff too. The only problem is he can't feel anything from the waist down. So,
facts.
Damn.
Why are you muted, Connor?
Hey, he's getting yelled at by his wife.
My only question for Connor.
The fuck do you want?
Why
Brian?
do you have my fucking shower curtain in your fucking bedroom, bud? What the fuck
Does
is
it
going
matches
on
the
here?
paint? I don't know. What do you think? I'm the interior decorator of this fucking place?
You should.
Looks like my shower curtain. Kind of matches what I got going.
Listen, what I do in my personal time is no business of yours.
Okay, but can I watch?
Now call him Dan Marino.
No, that's what I'm doing is watching you. Where do you think I got the idea for the curtains?
Nice.
You're being a real cut face, Brian.
Oh,
we're drawing. That's the line.
Oh, there's the line.
He said it.
That's the fucking line, really.
Yeah, everything else is off the or is on limits, but yeah, Connor goes nuclear, and there we go.
I do want to
exactly right, Leggy.
Brett Heyman, we have not forgot about you. I do want to take a real quick break because we do take breaks on this show, and
What's
just
that?
kind of shout out one of our sponsors here. As you guys know, the warmer days, the sun's going to be shining. We're going to have blue skies. We're going to be outside more often as summer approaches. Want to make sure you guys are want to make sure you guys are properly hydrated. Fucking words are hard. Head on over to liquidiv.com, your hydration destination. 16 ounces of water mixed with 1 packet of liquid IV is going to give you 2 times the hydration than water alone. It's also got 5 essential vitamins, and it's got 3 times the electrolytes of those overpriced sports drinks are out there. Not only that, but I think they're up to almost 20 flavors now. So you're going to find a flavor that you're going to enjoy. You're going to find a flavor that you like. I guarantee you that. I promise you that. Whether you're outside going to the beach, going to concerts, whatever the case may be, or if you're just one of them poor bastards that have to work out in the sun, like Brian's future son-in-law and Mark's future son-in-law, as I found out, Raphael and Diego, they want to make sure they're properly hydrated and not falling out in the middle of the day. So head on over to liquidiv.com. Use our promo code Words Are Hard. You're going to get 20% off your entire order when you shop Better Hydration today. I do want to take a real quick little intermission here. Allow everybody to go vacate their bladders. Connor, you can go into your colostomy bag.
Sorry, one of the things that comes with my condition is this tick. It just kind of happens.
It's just like a spasm. You can't help it.
Fuck you, Chris.
God damn it!
Tourette's of the hand.
Shit.
In honor of the new release, Blacktop Mojo did just drop their brand new album last Friday. Pollen, head on out wherever you stream music and at all social media. Check that new album out, or just check out their music in general. We're big fans of Blacktop Mojo. They're surprisingly fans of us, which is weird, but nonetheless, we do appreciate the support from them. We'll do a little. Let's do Red Enough off their brand new album. We'll be back here in just a few minutes with Talking Shit and Brett from Good Real Hunting and my new friend Bryce Tucker, aka Jericho's Non-Disclosure.
We may be on different shows, but I acknowledge you.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Somebody come get me, I can't drive. I'm laid in the grass by your old street sign. the devil tonight. He said something sideways that I didn't like. I bound up my fist and he reached for his gun. I felt the tap on my shoulder, hey buddy, you're done. Anyone could see that you were leaving. Everyone but me. But now I'm thinking, if I could break this down right enough, I won't know you're gone. I can still taste you on my tongue till the liquor leaves my blood. And I know I'm alone now. Unless I break this down right enough. If I could break this down right enough, I won't know you're gone. And I can still taste you on my tongue till the liquor leaves my blood. And I know I'm alone now. Unless I break this down right enough.
Yes, sir. A little Blacktop Mojo off their brand new album, Pollen with Red Enough. Go ahead and check the guys out wherever you stream music and on all social media at Nonsense or at Blacktop Mojo. Sorry. Words really are hard. Oh, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense. You know me. I'm the champ, also known as Glick. We got Jeff in the building.
That's
OG
me.
from back in the day doing the show with me. The ghost of Connor is now here. Connor's no longer with us. That's just his apparition.
He's hiding behind the shower curtain.
Yeah. He's hiding behind the shower curtain. We got Jaravishi in the building.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Hey,
I'm starting a podcast here.
What's the matter with you, eh? Leave me alone, man.
I'm chicken or what?
We got the boys from Talking Shit in the building. Mark and Brian are here with us hanging out. We've also got Bryce Tucker looking like he's enjoying a little, what is that, chicken sandwich there?
Yeah, this is a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. This is actually I'm eating this on stream as a part of my Justice for Jarvis campaign. For those of you who don't know,
Fuck that guy.
Jarvis got unceremoniously fired for eating on stream, and that shit don't sit right for me. So this one's for you, Jarvis. Justice for Jarvis.
It don't sit right with me. That's why I changed the rules on the show. And I said, everybody from now on, you have to eat on the show. So we all eat on the show in honor of Justice or Jarvis.
You know,
we've also
all the
got
things that could have came out of that, Bryce.
Yeah. We've also got my newest minion, if you will. My army grows stronger every day. Brett Heyman is in the building. Brett Man from Good Real Hunting is hanging out with us as well. I appreciate you guys all taking the time out of your evening to come hang out with us here at Nonsensical Nonsense. It is not our 3rd year anniversary celebration, even though today is technically our 3-year anniversary of our show. Our first episode dropped 3 years ago today, and
it was terrible.
Wow.
I'm still trying to figure out why Jeff is still, taking your shit.
He had nothing better to do.
Look, Jeff and I have got a relationship that's like 27 years strong. So, it's a give-take relationship. We both take a lot of shit from each other. That'll be actually Saturday night. Saturday night will be we will be celebrating 3 years. We'll have some people coming through. Everybody's invited to come up on the show, but we do have some former co-hosts maybe making an appearance. Former guests maybe making appearances. And then, it's Saturday night, so the door's open out already. So you never know what's going to happen, but I got some stuff that I'm working on making as well. If you're not already, go ahead and check out all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We do this show live Wednesdays and Saturdays on YouTube and Facebook. I made a decision last week, the beginning of this week. We're no longer doing a live show on Twitch anymore. I don't like Twitch. I don't care for Twitch. Twitch is generated and catered to half-naked broads with absolutely no brain cells in his head and no content to provide.
Yeah, I gotta start
being naked or some weird stoner dude playing video games. Which is nothing wrong with being a stoner guy and playing video games. It's just
Are you talking about Bryce?
It's
yeah,
Bryce.
it's not really
when did that start applying to me, Jeff? I'm confused.
Because you're the stoner.
I'm only a little bit.
Catered, it's not really catered to what we do here on the show. So I'm gonna, you still might see the random appearance. I might pop up when I'm playing games or something like that, but the podcast won't be there anymore. Also, there's a lot of half-twitted, non-content creating goofballs that are on there that like to talk about, and I'm not talking about anybody in this panel, Jarvis, before you get your panties in a bunch.
I just sat here and started laughing. Damn.
That are affiliated, and I don't feel like they've earned it or deserve it, and that's the only leg they have to stand on, being a content creator. But so we're walking away from that. So the show will only be live on Facebook and YouTube moving forward. But
Except
it is on
for
all
when
podcasts.
you play a Billy Joel song there, Leggy.
However, it is we are on all the podcasting platforms. You can go over to bio.link/nonsensical. Get all those links, including the links to our sponsors. Don't forget to use promo code Words Are Hard to get those savings and discounts. Anyways, welcome back to this show. Wow. It's a Wednesday night. It's not Saturday night, but we've been having a full house a lot lately on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it in any way, shape, or form.
Mommy. Please call me Mommy.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've been on Twitch for 3 years yet and have no monetization. We also don't, and I'm again not directed towards anybody in the panel or in the comments or anything like that. We also aren't fake. We also don't beg for followers and beg for people to watch us and everything else. And we actually create good content. Well, we create content. I won't call it good, but we create content.
So
Anyway,
they do at talking shit, but we can't say nothing.
Look, these guys are way better than us. Actually,
not even.
No spoilers. I don't want to get yelled at, Mark.
Actually, no, Glick. Hold up. Wait. Time out. I'm going to let you spoil it. Now you get the choice. You either get to spoil it tonight, or you get to spoil it on your anniversary or on the anniversary.
Wait until Saturday.
I'll wait till Saturday. Are you talking about the one that you guys were messaging me about Sunday?
The one that we invited you on to the show for.
Okay, we'll do it Saturday. Don't let me forget. But no, I was going to say no spoiler. I was actually gonna shout you guys out for a second.
Hey, wait, Steven, it wasn't my lips that were on his ass. It was Brian's.
You both have his lips puckered on his ass. I don't give a shit who invited who.
I'll have Jeff make one for the show.
I think
we should talk about it.
I think if we did not invite Glick onto it to help his his radio show, I think it would have been
painted however you motherfuckers want it.
Look, you know what? I don't care. You guys could do this little pissing contest. I am very grateful. I'm very appreciative of it, and it means a lot to me that you guys actually thought about me. But what I was going to say, it's not about me right now. I took my belt off. Now I still have to turn on the man, the myth, the legend, because facts on facts, it is what it is. But our guys over at Talking Shit, they're doing big things. You guys are booked up until what, June? You said
the middle of June now.
Middle of June.
We have one date open in May, but we're trying to hold it for one spot. I'm hoping that otherwise we'll turn it into something else. Yeah, but so, I can't. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil that one. But I mean, we've really been doing we really got people actually asking us to be on our show.
That's awesome.
I don't even know how that's possible. Like, who likes us?
Well, it was
not me.
I was gonna say that's a really.
Let's be honest, Brian. I'm not sure they like you. It's probably more Mark.
I'm excited for you guys. I'm happy for you guys. I think it's going to be great for you guys, and anything that we can do or I can do to help. We're right here. But I'll get down here to my new friend here.
Why don't you just his ass?
Brett Heyman. Yes. I'm a Brett Heyman guy, all right? Deal with it. Brett is from Good Real Hunting, correct? Is that the name of the podcast?
Yes, my tribal chief.
Oh my fuck!
I like you.
Okay, I'll stop.
His head just threw another
Sasquatch's delusion.
What are you doing on Wednesdays and Saturdays for the rest of your life, Brett?
Oh God. Well, everyone, we knew it was coming. I'm fired.
Finally.
No, we can't fire you, Steven.
I didn't say you were fired.
Hey, Steven, we're not going to need you as much as what we used to, so we're going to have
I still need somebody to urinate on daily. So, Steven,
whoa,
you're stuck.
Whoa.
You were trying to type something, and finally Snapchat decided, nope, Connor doesn't need to type anymore.
What are you talking?
You just leave Connor Biden alone. He's in his own world over there. What world he don't even know. Just let him be content. Connor. He's happy and content. He's like a baby. He's not making noises. He hasn't shit himself, and he's not hungry. So
not yet.
It's early though. It's early. So.
Oh no, Leggy. We all know.
Right, tell us a little something about your guys' podcast. What do you got? I'm assuming it's a movie related podcast.
Yeah, it's more based off like horror movies, but we're slowly going back into the game of non-horror movies. But pretty much we do anything kind of like movies. We hunt for the good reels, so you do not have to. It's one of our taglines we like to use on the channel. It's just to bring more knowledge onto some movies to light. Of course, we're going to tackle the big ones and go behind stuff. So it's just we got a lot of different shows that we do. It's always something different on our channel every single week on a live. So that's why you always got to tune in on a consistent basis, so you know what kind of crazy shenanigans that I will get up to or crazy things will be said. And guys, I'll just let you know that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
That's a spoiler. Hey, I appreciate you popping into the comments tonight. Hopefully you can sneak in Saturday, brother.
Me and Brett have collaborated before.
Yes, about football.
Yeah, I gotta talk to you after the show again, Brett.
That was about almost 2 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah, you were part of that show.
I was part of that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, I'll get with you guys too, because me and Brad are talking about starting a sports podcast in the future. And when we talk about like football and divisions, we would love to have you guys on to talk about the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Do we have to?
Wait, who's that again? Who?
I'm a Vikings fan. That's the Lions fan right there. That's the Lions fan right there.
Sorry, how they treated dirty Josh Dobbs after he pretty much made the team entertaining last year. So
I'm a Browns fan, and Bryce don't give a damn about nothing but Roll Tide.
I'm a Tennessee Volunteer, so our relationship with Alabama fans.
No, I'm a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. I know Mark and I we're both Wolverines fans. We enjoyed this last season.
Oh,
We've enjoyed the last 3 seasons. I know somebody in this panel didn't enjoy the last 3 seasons. Won't mention any names, but his name rhymes with boner.
Sound nothing alike.
Yeah, Boner, Connor, yeah.
Those
I mean, Bonner works better than Boner, but you know.
They both end in ER. It don't matter.
Listen, Eminem can make it rhyme, so can we.
Words are hard. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, what kind? You guys cover like more of the B movies, or you said you kind of get into the big name ones, but you just
we mainly get to the big name ones because again we've been on our channel for about a good 3.5 years now, and we're growing slow, even though we're starting to get a lot of momentum lately, and we're just so thankful for that because it's just like it's been a lot of hard work, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. And that's why I appreciate any content creator, no matter how small or how big. You got to put so much work into it. And or like the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. But the most important thing is to have fun. And that's what me and Brad try to do more than anything. It's just to have fun. And if our chat can see how much fun we're having, they're wanting to join in on the fun or tell their friends and all that. So that's like one of the big things. It's just we have an open door policy on our channel. Anybody is welcome in. Everybody is welcome out. We won't slam the door on the ass on the way out. Like we're not a big believer of that. And another show or a podcast, I know we mentioned the sports one, but we're about to start a new podcast called Real Talk, where we'll bring on guests just to talk about their love of movies and their YouTube channel or any channel that they're doing and try to help promote their work too. Because we're a big believer in that, because some channels helped us get our channel out there. We kind of like at the point now where we want to give it back, like give back what we were given, because I feel like that's always important. Especially, I feel like more of the bigger channels need to start doing that. So I've been a believer of that. So that's why that interview channel or the podcast is what's going to happen next for us, because we want to start giving back.
Well, no, I agree 100%. I mean, that's always kind of been my mentality. It's one of the reasons, like my TikTok page, my personal TikTok page, it kind of took a hit because I started putting people ahead of me because I wanted to be that guy to be there to support. And I got burned a lot. I got burned a lot by a lot of people because once they got that push and then they started to blow up, it was like, fuck the people who were there to, build the foundation with us.
Nah, like I can't do that. I don't have that bone in my body. I'll always got to give thanks where thanks is due.
Exactly. And that's, and Jeff and I have talked about it from Jump Street with this show. One of the things that we wanted was to create not only a community of content creators, whether you're a podcaster or like Bryce doing social media content, doing his comedy and stuff like that, or musicians. We want to create that community where we all support each other. My ultimate goal, which is it's coming to fruition in a way, is to create a podcasting network, the Nonsensical Network, where we not only do we work with other podcasts and they do their thing on their channels, but also they give us the opportunity to put them onto like our podcasting platform and upload their replays as well. We use Zencaster, and put them out there with us as well as part of the Nonsensical Network, which is slowly starting to come about. Right now it's mainly I've created 2 new shows. So now I went from hosting 1 show to 3 shows. But it's all I want to watch other
Jericho.
people grow and expand as well, and watch other people blow up. The music show, that's what the music show is all about, is up and coming artists or local artists or whatever, and just giving them a stage where they can come on and be interviewed and share their music, as well as being able to share their music on our big show. This is our main show here. And get them out there, because I truly do. I believe in having that community that's going to support each other and boost each other and help each other grow. And I appreciate that about you, that you have that same mindset. And I know Mark and Brian have that same mindset too. We've talked, I know Mark and I have talked quite a bit in that sense about, having that community of people that actually give a fuck and care and are going to support you guys or support everybody and promote everybody. Because, our listeners may not necessarily be listening to a movie podcast, but you guys hit the right movie, or Jarvis hits the right movie when he does his, or, Mark and Brian hit the right interview that's going to catch somebody's eyes from our show, or Bryce Jones goes out and gets electrocuted in a thunderstorm. and then we put it on repeat on all of our shows just because, hey, it's awesome. It's hilarious. Content. Watch our friend Bryce get electrocuted. It's hilarious.
Woohoo, boys, we got content for a year.
Yeah, that's the last piece of content I ever put out, too.
He's going to be riding the lightning, boys.
But Bryce, real quickly, how does it feel to be the most electrifying man of all of social media entertainment?
Oh, it feels great. One, the only, the Brahma Bull.
Bryce gets struck by lightning. All of a sudden, he cuts his hair short.
Final ball.
Shaven, goes work on Wall Street. He loses his southern accent. Divorces his sister. Yeah, divorces his sister. It's just like, what happened?
Looks like the guy that gets electrocuted 86 times or whatever on the Great Outdoors. Where
66.
66. Thank you, Jeff.
Times in the head.
I always think back to Home Alone 2. That's one of my, when it gets electrocuted, that's always one of my favorite scenes of all time.
Hey, do you got some Neo skunk thing going on there?
What?
I love that fucking movie.
We don't know what you're talking about, Steven. Stop it.
The Great Outdoors is one of the greatest movies ever made.
To the left, Steven.
Why ever join this fucking shit show? I'll never know.
Steven,
that's a different podcast.
Hey, you got to figure out a way to get into heaven somehow.
Poor Steven has Call of Duty PTSD because of Brian.
Hey, so Brett, can I ask you, like, what was like your last show? What did you guys go through on that last show?
Like the last, like on Yeah, we actually went live last night. We do a little show called Tearing It Up, which I'm not sure if y'all heard about the app about like making a tier list or a tier maker. And you assign, like, it's kind of like, for example, like your favorite, and this is the episode we did last night, favorite like horror remakes, like for horror movie remakes. And we have a tier called Better Than the Original. We have a second tier this movie kicks ass, but it's not better than the original. You could create all kinds of like tier custom names. Like our worst one, we actually, it's a joke on our channel for anything that we absolutely hate. And we just pretty much call it dog shit from a horse's ass. Like we just hated worst of the worst. So we did that last night. It was a lot of fun, and a lot of people are having a good time in the chat.
So you don't call it Roadhouse?
Wait a minute. I gotta get my leg working here. Roadhouse. Which
all right,
I'm glad you actually brought that up, Brian, because in 2 weeks we're actually going to do a watch party at the 2024 Roadhouse.
Don't watch that now, Mark.
It's Mark's new favorite movie.
Well, because we can't stop there's one.
You should ask Mark
one
about
quote. One quote we can't stop talking about, and that's why we're doing the watch party. It's pretty much where the fuck is everyone? Like, we can't stop quoting it, so that's why we're doing the watch party for it.
You should have Mark on that one. And this is a quote from Mark, and I quote: "One of the greatest movies ever made. My new all-time favorite movie, 2024 Roadhouse." And that's a quote. I mean,
why did I hear that? Why did I hear that in Napoleon Dynamite's voice? Like, this is the worst movie ever made. Like,
his favorite thing to say is, "It is better than the original."
Mark, I'm going to assume you
another great quote. He says that Conor McGregor should have won an Oscar for his performance in that movie.
He did say that.
I agree. I think
he did say that.
Listen. Here's what I can tell you: Ronda Rousey was supposed to get that part, that Conor McGregor. Now, can you imagine?
Oh my God, that would have been so awesome.
Everybody.
I'm so glad
Ronda Rousey was supposed to have Patrick Swayze's part.
No.
They sure about that?
They changed it around where she was going to be the bad guy in it.
Jesus Christ.
Either way, I'd let Ronda Rousey punch me in the face just so I can say she touched me. I'm like, she touched me. I'm never watching my face again.
You'd be like the dude from the Entourage movie where he's like, "Hey, if I can last for like 5 minutes, can I take you out on a date?"
I love that movie.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would, Jeff.
Fuck you.
Hey, Jeff, I heard
No
so
surprise,
Glick was playing something earlier, and you said something about fuck Brian. What was that all about, bud?
Because you're an asshole.
Oh,
Are we fucking Brian?
Whoa, easy.
Wait,
I mean,
Brian,
a little bit of context would help.
I don't know. I think it's. Did you watch the video we sent? Mark and I sent.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh no, he hasn't seen it.
I didn't say it. I haven't seen him because I want to wait till Saturday so I can actually.
Oh, you want to wait?
He's only seen one video that was sent, and I sent that directly to him and not to anybody else, just because I thought that was really cool. But I'm waiting until Saturday.
That one was dope, dude. That was dope.
I'm gonna kind of mash them all together into one video, and go from there. Yeah, but
might be a long intro for you there, Brian.
I will say this.
I was like, he must have seen. I said he must have seen the video because he's like, that's fucking Brian.
So
I just say that daily.
Like it. I think he.
Anytime you're brought up, Brian, I say fuck Brian.
I reached out to everybody.
It's a go-to response.
I
Shows
reached
that
out
likes
to
you, Brian.
Former guests of the show, friends of the show who've been on the show, and former co-hosts and whatnot. And I said, hey guys, it's our 3-year anniversary. Can you just send a quick, shout out video, congratulations video, whatever. And Bryce and Brett, if you guys want to jump on board, our social media is all in the bio link. You can send me a message or whatever. But I want to do a compilation video on Saturday night for that. But I was teasing Mark and Brian earlier, and I was like, I asked for a shout out video for our 3-year anniversary. I get a 10-minute video of them shouting out their own show for 10 minutes.
It was not 10 minutes.
It's a minute 30, and we only said we said our name twice.
They did say our name one time.
They got bigger ego than you do,
They
Glick.
screwed it up.
That's once every 45 seconds. You're saying it a lot.
Like a commercial.
Peter, how are you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Peter?
Yeah,
we all thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I wanted.
Yeah, we all talked about that. We did all talk about that. We said at some point that glass is going to break.
Quite honestly, I like the Undertaker coming out, or being there instead myself.
Yeah, he was there and then he wasn't there. Where did he go?
Back underneath the ring.
Your mom's house.
I might have to get Peter for one of our Saturday shows.
Rockabye Connor.
Talking about fucking wrestling. I'm just gonna go to bed.
I was gonna say I'm about to play Gary Busey here in a minute. Jesus.
Since I got you guys here, since I got you guys all here, and I know Jarvis is a fellow podcaster as well. Yes, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he's not just a part of this show. He actually has his own show.
Oh, good God! Here we go. Now he's gonna downgrade.
Nobody watches it, but
no.
You got it perfectly right, Jeff.
I have not seen it yet. I've asked multiple times for a link, and I've yet to receive said link.
Well, Glick can get off his fucking Sasquatch ass, and
Oh my God,
Snapchat, dickhead!
Hey, numbnuts!
I literally just sent you a Snapchat
about
invite,
Jarvis. But I host 3 different shows a week.
Oh
my God!
Oh, and whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Why do I have to send you a link for your show? I host 3 different shows a week. That means I have to come up with 3 different shows worth of content. A men's mental health goddamn show, a music show, and then this goddamn dumpster fire.
Hey, Connor, you hear that? He has to come up for content.
Not only am I doing all that,
Steven, you're fired.
Hey,
thank God.
I remember a couple weeks ago, I said, hey guys, either one of you guys, you got a topic or something you want to talk about, or can you come up with a topic? And both of you went,
here we go.
Nah, we don't have anything. We're good. You got this, Glick.
Hey, at least I've contributed one show's worth of content.
That hasn't happened yet. Well, no, you did. Never mind.
No. I came up with the idea for a show. Don't you start.
So yes, Jarvis.
Monday night show is gonna end evidently because now the three of us can't.
The show's not gonna end just because you're not there. Trust me, I am the face and the voice of the show. The show can go on without you.
Okay, Mister
Steven, it's okay. He's gonna make me the host.
How is it gonna get through that doorway?
I know.
Connor, what are you talking about? You're gonna fire me too.
I won't. I would never fire you. It's Monday night, and I feel sad. We talked about this on Monday. Sad turns into angry, and I have to direct it at somebody. I got in trouble last time I directed it at my kids, so you're the closest thing.
And he's not allowed. I can't direct it at me. But yes, Jarvis. Like I said,
I'll send you the link, Jeff. I'll send
three different styles of content. All the social media I do on my own. All the promoting and everything I do on my own.
You literally can tell anyone to do it. Or
I
you
also
can help
do all
them.
the uploading and all the behind the scenes stuff.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
You to send your link to your show to Jeff.
Okay. First of all, I did just say,
oh my God,
I would send it to him. I'm sorry.
You know what, Connor? I second your opinion. Fired.
I was being sarcastic. But apparently you're the board.
Yeah. It's not that you got a big enough head with that.
I'm the new tribal chief. If he was being sarcastic, I guess you're not fired.
Whatever.
Don't let me catch you eating on my show, though. Don't let me catch you eating on my show.
Hold on 1 second, boys. I gotta go grab some.
I'll
be right back.
If I see one ramen noodle touch your lips, you're out of here, buddy.
Children.
Look, why haven't you sent him a link? Are you serious right now?
The immortal words of Ric Flair. Fuck you, I'm already fired.
You are the epitome of Jeff. Like, are you Jeff's child? That was such a Jeff thing for you.
Don't fucking drag me into his nonsense. No.
Bryce, you see what I'm working here? You see what I'm working with?
My ass, Mister. Have to ask my wife.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Are we done talking about wrestling and how JRVC sucks and can't send a link?
Oh, my God.
I was going to talk about Connor, but he left.
Bring it back up about 30 minutes back into the show.
You make one mistake in life, and you're sentenced to community service. And here you are working with the mentally retarded for the next 15 years.
You walked into that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else is
everybody
there?
else's night going? Hey, yay for 3 years! Congratulations!
Yeah. I do have something. I have something for 3 years worth. 3 years worth of lurkers. I have something for them. Chris, you know this.
Fuck you, bitch.
That is for our lurkers and haters. If you don't like it, there's the door.
So that kind of leads me to where I was going to ask
I do
all
need
four
to
of the
redo that
gentlemen.
sound. It's very loud.
It is very loud, but that's okay. I do want to ask all four of the gentlemen in here tonight. Mark and Brian and Brett and so much Jarvis because we all know. And Bryce, you don't have to turn your camera off. You're allowed to eat on the show, bro.
Yeah, like I've never eaten like a full pizza on the show.
Yeah. Mark and Brian, you guys are probably the youngest podcast on the show. I want to ask you guys first, and we'll kind of circle around. Have you guys had the opportunity? I guess we'll call it, because it is basically an opportunity, and it's always fun. Have you guys had to deal with haters or had haters try to come and shit on what you do yet?
Not the show. We've had haters with a guest that we had.
Oh, hold on. I'll make you a mental note for Thursday.
But not.
Well, it was a hater, and it was Jarvis after he got bumped for the second time.
No, actually, this was she runs a animal shelter around here, and our sanctuary or whatever.
Jeff,
and we thought it'd be a good idea to promote her.
He was in Tiger King.
We wanted to promote her. We thought it was a good idea. And she was on the show. She gave us a great show, but the people wanted to, didn't like her. They don't like her around our county.
She killed her husband.
No, not
Carol Baskins. We don't.
That damn bitch, Carol Baskins.
But I mean, other than that, no.
Well, so hold on. So how about this? So
that was the best impression. I need that. I need that sound.
Wait,
so
me?
Yeah, that was
fired.
That actually sounded like, dude.
Oh my god!
I have an idea for your new TikTok, sir. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
So I think I had a stalker or something, because I showed Mark the other day. I shot him a text screenshot. So I got fired from that thing called what was that network again?
Oh, the DEN.
Yeah, the Deluxe Edition Network fired Mark, me, and Jarvis over here.
Why did you give them a shout out, you fucking idiot?
Well, I want to have him on the show, and I want to interview him, but I also want to, and not to cause problems or drama or anything like that. I just want to have him on the show and chit chat with him a little bit. And then I want to thank him.
I thought it was funny.
So I go on my TikTok and I'm just like looking, and I get this message. It was like, hey, so and so viewed your page, and it wasn't just one time; it was multiple times. And I was like, what the fuck? And it's Deluxe Edition Network. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
They're stalking you too.
I get that a lot from a couple of people.
I don't know why they're stalking.
It's creepy. Is it weird that is it me, or is it just creepy when you see the same person every other day views your profile and you're like, what the fuck?
I'm just like, why, dude? Like, what? I'm not putting any content out that mentions you or anything like that. So what the fuck is going on here?
No, their butt hurt, and they're like, oh, they're not more upset about it. Oh.
Hey, Casey, we know you miss us, but then why'd you fire us in the first place?
I blame Steven.
Because we're not allowed to do a live show. You don't do a live show. The live shows don't work.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure they work. I'm pretty sure they work for us, right, Mark?
3 years.
I think
3 years in, I beg to differ.
I mean,
Brett's over here taking notes.
Yeah, no, I'm making my own Chris Jericho list over here.
I mean, with the guests that we've had on our show and the guests that we will have on our show in the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever. I believe that we made the right choice anyways, because we weren't going to stick with them anyways.
Well, here's I'm a real look on the bright side kind of guy, and I have no doubt, and I hate to give Brian this ammunition for later, but when you guys surpass that network, the feeling of that is going to be sweeter than pussy. And yes, you are welcome.
Okay, for Jeff, I'll give you a little bit of props for that, telling us that. But no, I'm not going to say thank you for that one, because of the fact that coming on your show, it got us a few more. But I've worked
It's funny that we have pull.
Mark has done a fantastic job.
It's not that we have poll, but I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I told Jarvis. And the very short time that the three of us have become friends, me, you, and Brian. I've noticed a big difference in you from when I was watching your show before and whatnot to now. I've noticed a big difference in you and the way you carry yourself and the way you when you're hosting or taking that role. I've noticed a big difference in you, and it's really cool to see.
The more guests that we get, I'm not going to say the easier that the show gets, but it's easier to talk to people.
Confidence.
Yeah. I mean, when we had you guys on the show, and I told you this from the get-go, I've never seen a single episode. I had you guys on, and I did it blind. We've had people that we've had on the show, we've done it blind, and some of them worked out, some of them didn't. But once I started talking to you, I knew that it would probably be a great show. And then when you started talking about other things, I figured, this should be interesting.
And we still need to dive more into that and to have more of a discussion about that as well. Those other things. But no, Jeff does the same. Jeff don't know any of our guests from fucking Adam. I'll be 100% honest. When we had Rocky on here, he was like, I guess if you're cool with him, we'll have him on. I don't know anything about him.
It was the same thing when we had.
I tell Brian,
had, Rob Durham on. You didn't know him, so I mean, but they both worked out.
But I did go do research on him before he was on the show.
When Brian says, I don't know who this person is, I said, well, go look him up. Well, I don't have anything on him. Well, okay, I'll find something and I'll show you or tag you in it or something.
Yeah,
just like in June.
Same thing with Bryce. When I say, hey, bro, go watch this guy's videos.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I'm gonna reach out to him, and Mark was like, yeah, get him. He was like, if you can get Bryce on the show.
The first one I seen was the Mythic American, and that
was American.
It caught me right off the bat. I was like, damn. And then having Bryce on the show was it was our first time ever having anything go over 1,000 views.
Yeah, he boosted us he got us to a level that we didn't even think that we'd get in that first couple of months.
And one day, Bryce, you'll be headlining the Nonsensical Shit Hunting Comedy show.
Or Bryce is going to get a WrestleMania moment in the future.
That'd be nice.
That'd be sick. That would be awesome.
I can Pat McAfee my way in there and kind of get an announcer role or something.
Or stand on the table and go, yeet.
Yeah, that's right.
But after that, I mean, having, like I said, having certain ones on there really helped. I mean, CJ Graham was awesome. Tom Matthews, Beatrice
Bopoli.
Yeah. I mean, just having them alone, and then, having some of the other ones that,
the ventriloquist absolutely killed it for you guys.
Oh, yes. Landon was awesome.
Yeah, man.
And, one day I would like to get Brett on our show and actually have him.
This is actually a great super collab.
I'd like to have them back on our show, or us go on their show and do something with them too, because I've been wanting to do that for quite a while.
Well, we would absolutely love to have you, Mark. Absolutely.
Just Mark though, not me.
Hey, Brian goes with.
Yeah, what the hell? No, I'm just kidding. It's not all about. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, Mark and Brian, absolutely.
Brian, if you can come hang out with us, they can have Mark. You can come hang out with us.
But what about your wife, man?
You always got a home here, buddy. We always need a wish Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was thinking that
you can say you can say Brian 632 just whooped your ass. But no, something you guys said about the live shows. I love doing the live shows, man. And Bryce, I don't know if you've ever gone live on social media.
Of course.
Brett, I know you said that you guys do some live shows from here and there. The great thing about a live show, and I think this is where a lot of people get hung up. I don't care if there's one person watching the show or a million people watching the show. The fun thing about doing a live show is that everybody is on their toes. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what to expect. And everybody has to be ready.
Gotta have a plan.
I mean, I grew up in.
That's not real. We don't have a plan. Calm down.
There's always a plan B.
I grew up in Thunderdome. Cousins, uncles, family. My all smart asses, all looking for a reason to just roast somebody. You had to be quick, right now. And that's what I love about a live show, because, like I said, you never know what's going to happen, especially when you it could just be Jeff, Connor, and I, and we still have unexpected moments or things that just right off the top of our fucking heads. But then we got a whole panel full of people, and especially like new faces and whatnot. You just don't know what to expect. So I love that live experience, and I don't edit anything.
No.
When this show is over, I upload the audio and I put it out onto the podcasting platforms. There's no editing. There's nothing, because I can put my music in thanks to StreamYard. We can whatever I need to do, and then the app we use to upload, I can add stuff if need be, but there's no editing. It goes up.
The easiest editing job in the history of being a content creator is a live stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. And then I also, some nights, the Chatters box, earlier it was going off. There's nights where the Chatters box is absolutely going crazy and we're getting them involved. And I love that interaction. You don't get that interaction if you're not live. We tried our first, I think our first three shows.
First three were pre-recorded, and you can actually listen to them. They're not good because there's a lot of blank spots. There's a lot of talking over each other. But there's also, it's 100% on you when you're not live. And you if there's a lull, somebody's got to think of something quick, or else it's dead air.
Yeah. Well, not to mention the fact that if you're live and if there's three of us, or if there's 8 of us like there is now. Yeah. I did the math right this time. If you're pre-recording something, you might not get the pop from a joke, that you're going to get from a live, that live Chatters box. They're going to catch the joke and they're going to feed off of it. They're going to laugh at it. They're going to drop, their comments. But it's also hard to get
even
that.
On the flip side of that same coin, if we're having a serious discussion about something, somebody will put something in the comments that we never even thought of and be like, damn, that's a good fucking point. So it's that
usually fucking leggy.
Well, yeah, but it's usually.
Oh shit! Connor's back. Welcome back,
guys. This is where I leave you. Connor came in, so I've got to go. That's it.
All right, bye.
You're a slut. You're a slut, Brian.
Guys, thank you all very much for having me on the show. I really appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys soon.
Speaking before you go, you still need to get us a menu from your wife's food truck so we can actually create the Nonsensical Nonsense meal.
Also before you go, Brian.
Yeah.
Also before you go, just real quick.
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me. Everybody's acknowledging me.
Brian, also before you go, I have something for you. You may get it, you may not, but you mentioned it on your show, so I saved it for you.
1, 2, 3.
You were warned, Brian, before you opened this can of worms and challenged me. If you come at the king, come correct. You only get one shot, Eminem.
And bring a liter of cola.
Who is that handsome man?
Good night, guys.
That was the man before he became
everybody. Much love, man.
See you, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
See you, Brian.
Bye, bud.
Such a
all right, now he's gone. Let's talk shit about him.
Brian, shit. Fuck that guy.
I love that Mark was like, I tried to warn him not to do that.
Oh, somebody will dethrone you eventually.
Eventually,
and it might be someone you never even thought could do it.
It won't be you, Steven. It won't be you.
Even
Jeff,
if
be a
I have
wise
to be up,
man.
even if I have
I'm
to be
calling
up
that
in
right
the
there.
rafters.
Jeff and I at
calling
the
that
same
now.
time, it won't be you.
We saw where you're going with that. That's a swingonomics. Not gonna happen.
Two men will
look,
enter, only one will leave.
Look, every historical reign comes to an end. I'm 3 years strong. 3 years strong, 30-0. My streak is longer than the Undertaker's. I have more championships than the New York Yankees.
Streak in your underwear.
It's just the streaks I leave on your mom's sheets.
I highly doubt that.
Put your dad back in the shoebox where he belongs and let a real man slide through. I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know why I had to say that, because after 4 episodes,
like they're gonna watch.
Your mom was out. I got a message.
She listened to 2 episodes and she was like, "Yeah, you guys are too much. Nope, not gonna do it."
Jeff's mom lasted 2 episodes. She watched 2 live episodes. After the second live episode, I got a message from her. She said, "Christopher, you and Jeffrey need Jesus." And I was like, we know.
I don't even think my mom can find it on Facebook. So
I was shocked. She was actually watching and in the chat.
She was in the chat and she's like, "Oh my God. Oh, you guys, really?" It was like one word quips. She'd be like, "Really? Really? Going to hell."
I can't remember if it was the second or third episode, but the next morning I woke up and I'm looking at my notifications and it was like messenger message, and I was like,
"Yeah," because mom doesn't use anything but Facebook Messenger because she doesn't know
like,
how.
Why is Jeff's mom messaging me? That's not weird or anything. She want to give a Sasquatch a run. I'm into gills. I ain't no judgment here. But it was Christopher! Exclamation point. And I was like,
I didn't need to do that, actually.
Yeah, we fucked up.
We fucked up. We're in trouble. I instantly texted
at the end of the day, it's not the first time she's called you Christopher.
No. I instantly texted Jeff and said, "Mom yelled at us, bro." And he was like, "Yeah, I got the same message." I was just surprised she watched it, though. That was the thing, because despite Jeff, what you have to understand is Jeff's parents are, his
very, my mom is like, this woman has not missed a Sunday of church since God was a boy.
Since Jesus,
like when St. Peter set up the church, she was the first person there. She's like, "I'm in. Where do I sign? How much do I donate? Okay, got it." Like
all my money that I've ever made. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, so we kind of got off track, but I'm saving you for last on purpose, Bryce, because you're probably the biggest social media person in here. But Brett, have you guys had the opportunity to deal with haters, or had to deal with haters at all?
Not necessarily like haters, like we maybe dealt with a troll or two and all that, which trolls are not really a big deal because it's really the joke's on them, because when they interact on they help us out, so the joke's on them. But the main thing, actually, I haven't really talked about this. I think this is an okay platform to talk about and a good question to ask.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. We are very right on the T. We got our I's, cross our T's. We don't ever cross any lines. We're borderline.
Oh
good
yeah.
How about I just tiptoe?
Your pants are burning.
Your pants are burning. I knew I smelled smoke up. No, I was just kidding. But
let's be honest. Jeff and I can't come within 500 yards of a church without being struck. No, this is an absolutely anything goes platform. It is unhinged, unapologetic, and we just like to have fun and have a good time. Just don't be a pedo and don't be a racist scumbag, Jeffrey.
Nope. Okay. I was about to say for me, it's like, damn. I was like, you don't even know. But no, I promise it's nothing like that. I'm not even going to mention any names. But like one of the big things that we've been experiencing on our channel is what we call a lot of like copying. And we don't mind other channels copying like kind of like what we do. Like we don't mind that at all. We just like a kind of like a shout out saying, "Hey, this is a show and doing this show, but it's inspired by the boys of Good Will Hunting." And we don't mind that at all. Like copying, and there's even some ideas out there that's like you can't help but everybody's copying like ranking videos or stuff like that. Like that you can't control. But if it's a show like, oh, go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I was going to say we call that the single white female. Happens to us all the time.
I've been single white female. And actually, hopefully he'll be here. He'll be here Saturday night. A very good friend of mine, but he's single white female. Me, I was going to say, there's a couple podcasts that come to mind that started saying the Chatters Box.
Jesus,
Chatters Box.
I never said it on my podcast.
And then somebody. I mean, he's not here anymore, so he can't defend himself. He tried to blatantly rip off our open door show.
No. We had that.
Yes.
No, they didn't. I'm teasing. Actually, Mark said it and he made it very clear. We don't want to say open door or challenge, but I encourage the guys to do their thing.
Do it.
Yeah, but we decided we were going to change that around.
However, there is another. I don't know what you want to call it. We'll just say a guy on YouTube that 100% blatantly ripped off. We used to do a thing on the show. Actually, Jeff.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to bring it back in the future with Mark and Brian, with Brett, and try to get Bryce involved as well. And of course, Connor and Jarvis, because they're a part of the show. But how fun would that be?
At least we're the last ones to be mentioned, Connor?
Well, you guys are part of the show. I'm talking about, obviously, you guys are, but bring back the start. So we used to do a thing,
work here.
And that's where the whole champion thing came from, was we did a thing called the starting five. And we would pick a subject, and then we would do like an NFL draft style, 1 through 5, or 6, or 8, or 10.
Whatever we
It was usually 5. There's another guy on YouTube who used to follow our show and watched our show and was a fan of our show, but completely blatantly ripped it off and started doing it on his.
I'm gonna guess you didn't get a proper shout out, like, "Hey, I borrowed this idea."
No.
Not only did we not get a proper shout out, but after him being a fan of our show for like 2 years, all of a sudden he disappeared, and then one night he was live, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, man? How you guys doing? I see you guys are doing good on the show." Blah blah blah. And his chat didn't respond to me, so my fiance was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Nikki?" Da, da, da. And then she was like, because we were sitting right beside each other, she's like, "Why didn't you say hi to Glick?" And he was like, "Oh, he said something that hurt my feelings, so I'm gonna pray for him." And I'm like, "You fucking queer." So we call him Nonsensical Nonsense.
Damn.
Blatant, and he's still blatantly. Thanks for watching the show, by the way, because I know you still watch the show, but still blatantly rips off our show. But anyways, yeah. Like I don't care. Like if Mark and Brian would have been like, "Hey, Glick, is it cool if we do talking shit open door challenge?" I'd been like, "Absolutely, guys." Just at least be like, "Hey, we got this from Nonsensical Nonsense."
Yeah, and just change it a little bit. Make it your own style versus just like completely like the person you're copying from and using their style. Because I'm telling you this, people in the chat, I'm just telling them, don't treat them unlikely because they can smell bullshit a mile away. So that's why I kind of bring it up. That's like our main problem we've been facing on the channel. It's just kind of that particular way. Again, copying is the greatest form of flattery, is what I always say. It really is. But there comes a point where you consistently borrow and never give the proper due to that person you're copying from. But to me, you're a phony at that point because you're not being yourself. And why are you doing this channel if you're not being yourself? Because again, the chat's going to smell that bullshit. It's like, well, this guy's acting like this guy and all that. So like, it's just like, more aggravating than anything. But at the end of the day, it's like, what can I do about it? But the only thing I can do about it is just keep focusing on what me and Brad are doing, and then just go from there.
And he is right. Yes, we did. Ask Steve.
Why am I put in this fucking situation? This
because you've been on a couple. No, fuck you. You've been on a couple.
Why did Brian leave if he's just gonna watch the show?
Well, because his wife.
Because he's probably eating.
No, his wife.
Oh, wifey. No, well, she was at a food truck.
Nobody else supports my cause.
Chris, I have something for about. I have something for anybody that does have haters. It didn't download. Damn it! I'll get.
I thought it was just nothing. I said, "Damn,
wait, was that goddamn years, Jeff? 3 goddamn years, Jeff. Get your shit together."
Wait, guys, I get it. That was the backstage altercation between CM Punk and Jungle Boy.
No, actually,
they already played it already.
Yeah, and fucking CM Punk said exactly what it was. So for all the people that said CM Punk was right, wrong, exactly. Fuck all you people.
No,
I had to edit the video, and I forgot what I took out. I forgot to move the rest of the video over, so it's downloading now. Give me a minute.
Yeah,
Brian is 100% right. You guys did do it before we met each other, and I'm not calling you guys out. I was talking about one specific person.
Couldn't figure out a name for it at the time.
Yeah,
we were trying to figure
and
it
I
all
told
out.
you guys. I mean, if it's something similar, I'm not going to be mad at it. Like, absolutely. I'm 100% behind it. I'm 100%. I mean, when you guys brought it back the last time, I got mad at these 2 assholes up here at top with me because I was like, at least come through for a minute and show our guys some support. They didn't.
And I did. And then they did a wrestling show.
Counter roasted me. That was fun. I had fun with that.
But no,
you gotta be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is you complaining about? Ladies, if you got 14 women hating on you, you need to figure out how the fuck to get to 16 before the summer get here. The fuck is you mad about? Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna steal that. Hey, sit back there and say my beard ain't glorious when you know it is.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that. I thought about taking that part out just because I knew you were like, I'm stealing that. I had to take out the first part because he says the N-word like 3 times. I was like,
yeah, he's allowed. You're not, Jeff. He's allowed.
I know, but if I would have left it in, I would have been claimed to be.
If he would have left it
in, he's allowed, Jeff. You are not.
I was quoting,
but even him playing it could have gotten you in trouble because the people today, and I hate to say this to all the people out there, but there are some people out there that never graduated from fucking high school.
Hey man, easy.
There's a lot of people out there that haven't been punched in the mouth.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah,
I was talking about you.
I didn't even go to school. I grew up in a forest.
Listen here, mother.
An orphanage.
Schooling don't mean shit.
Amen to that.
Oh yeah, you guys want to hear a fucked up life story? I'll tell you after I get to Bryce over here. Bryce, you by far.
But gentlemen, I unfortunately do have to get off. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for having me on. It's a great honor. It's just again, I'm very appreciative and love to working with y'all in the future. At any time y'all want, just hit me up and we'll get something together.
Brett, before you go.
Brett, I'm gonna tell you,
drop in the private chat your link.
Yeah, no, I'll do that right now for you.
Yeah, that way I can go ahead and check you out.
No, you're gonna check me out. At least take me out to dinner first. Like, damn.
No, he'll do that after he checks you out.
Glick will give you more than dinner.
It's just one of my things. Is I like to be wined and dined before I get.
Oh no! Beer and pizza, baby. That's how we do it.
We're getting there.
No, Brian, we have not got to that yet.
See you later.
Brett, you're welcome back anytime, man. I appreciate you coming up tonight. It was fun hanging out with you again. I look forward to future shows. on your brand with Mark and with us. I look forward to those collaborations and hanging out with you guys and getting to know you guys a little bit better. So thank you for coming in tonight and hanging out. Appreciate that, man.
Thanks, my tribal chief. But no, okay, I'm seriously. I know I'm out here. I overstayed my welcome now. Hey, guys, have a great night.
He's my new favorite. Just so you guys.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Sucking at that meat, isn't he? Jesus.
Right.
How many times did you suck his dick? Like, be honest.
Not one time.
No, it was more than one.
You know what? You
17 is not one.
Right now, Chris is actually getting a notification from his bank that his bank account's been overdrawn because he paid him.
You fucking hate that pieces of shit. You shut your fucking mouth, because that's a good man right there. It's a good human being who knows awesomeness when he sees it. All right? I'm not talking to you, Jarvis.
It tastes good, it tastes good, didn't it? It tastes good, didn't it? Yeah.
Don't worry, Jarvis. Don't worry, Jarvis. I got 2 ass cheeks, all right? And I'm a big boy, so there's plenty of room for both of you.
Well, at least Brian gets to lick the asshole. I just got to kiss it.
Hey, whatever you guys decide.
What part of
priorities are fucked up?
What part of that was good?
I don't know.
He said he's got 2 cheeks, and we all know that Mark is on one cheek.
Brian's got to deep throat him. I only have to suck his balls. Like, what?
Jarvis isn't like, he just comes on Brian's face. I get to swallow the kids.
What the fuck did I sign up for?
See?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Right?
You're gonna need,
Welcome
you're
to
gonna
the show,
need
asshole. You've been indoctrinated.
Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense, Bryce, where we see a line and we laugh at it as we do a little.
Well, that's where the line is.
That's the line, really?
Can I get a shirt that says that? That's what I want the merch to be. That's
3
the
years.
line.
Hey, Bryce, 3 years we've been doing the same exact content, and we're not canceled yet.
Well, either they're not big enough or nobody cares.
or
only cancel if you let them cancel.
or we're fucking bulletproof at the end of the day.
Yeah, we are the Kid Rock of podcasts.
Brian,
I'm like Alex Murphy. After the gang killed me, and then they brought me back as RoboCop, man. Just call me Murphy.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't stop this train, man. You cannot stop the Glick train. Let's be. Brian said,
"It's just going to get bigger and bigger." I swear to God, it's not going to go through that door.
I feel
like you won't be able to be on camera.
Eventually,
every time you come on this
we're going to get big enough where people will try to cancel us, and they're going to be like, "Oh,
bring
Glick,
it on, fuckers."
25, you said blah 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 blah," and I'm going to go,
Sasquatch.
Yeah,
we didn't get canceled when I did the N-word flip. I mean,
Jeff dropped the N-bomb. No, I'll be like, yeah, did I hurt your fucking
nobody cared. Nobody cared.
You want a fucking puppy? You want a warm glass of milk? Like, I don't know what the fucking problem is here. I said what I said. It was fucking hilarious. Deal with it. You fucking twat. You
we told those people.
I'm like a giant more.
What, baby? Nikki goes, "Wow!" from the bathroom.
I seriously need you to send that so I can edit it. It's too small.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking send it to me. For fuck's sake.
So Bryce.
Yes.
You probably got the biggest account in here across all social media. I know you got haters, man. I know you got haters. I know you probably got stalkers.
Yeah.
I know people have come at you, bro.
Yes, I can tell you quite a few stories. So I've had probably the worst joke that I've ever took the most heat for was I got on Facebook one time and I made a fentanyl joke. And that joke got some heat. I can't remember what I said. I said something about something about taking Flintstone gummies, and I think they might have been laced with fentanyl because I was off the wall or something like that. And what was so bad is this person commented, this one lady commented, and she was like, my daughter, she overdosed on that, and she was dumped off on my front porch, and you're just a terrible person, terrible human being. And
maybe you're just a shit mother, woman.
I was like, dude, I don't know.
That's what I would have told her. Maybe you're just a shitty mom.
You made Connor run off the screen. but no, I've had a bunch of I've had a bunch of shit like that. I had a bunch of jokes, like for instance the fentanyl joke, and then what's funny about it is like when I made the Mexican American video, is that all the people, all the haters were people, and hear me out, because this is the funniest part about it. This is why I keep doing what I do, right? The funniest part about it were the people who would get mad were the people who had loved ones who had cancer, or a loved one who had passed away due to cancer, correct? The ones that loved it were the
ones that actually had cancer.
Yes, the people who actually had cancer loved it. It was all the, the people who, who had a loved one and stuff like that. And I've said this many times, you can't hurt those people. Yeah. My mom's an oncology. Well, she was an oncology nurse before she retired. And you want to hear some fucking funny cancer jokes? Go to a cancer ward where they're getting chemo. Jesus Christ, they don't hold back. Well, like some of the stuff, I'm like, I can't repeat that. I'll get my ass kicked. But
it's that white savior mentality, and I say that because it's always the white women or the white dudes that want to be women who are quick to come out and be like, that's racist. That's racist. You want to save every fucking race, and they're going, what the hell is we're not mad at the Cleveland Indians. We're not mad at the Washington Redskins. We're not mad at Jeep Cherokee or whatever. You're like, what are you doing, man? Like,
I remember I made this one video about getting my driver's license, going to the DMV in the hood. This is a true story. It wasn't false. I went to the hood to get my license at this DMV, and the lady in there, just old, just country black girl, just amazed. She was funny as hell. I had a great time. Made the video, and then people were saying, "Oh, well, that's racist. That's racist." But then it was all white people. All the black people were in the comments. Oh man, this is hilarious. That's just like one of them. That's just like us. We act just like that. And it's like, it's funny how it's always the people who it doesn't affect that have to have,
Yeah, they gotta. I truly think that comes down to it's a real look at me moment. I'm not getting enough attention. I have to find attention somewhere possible. And I'm sorry, those people need to get a life.
Yeah.
Like they would not last 3 minutes in our high school.
I had another thing too is I've had people steal. Obviously, people have stolen my content word for word. I think I brung this up on Brian and Mark's show, I believe. But I had this one person one time steal my skit. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of my more popular ones. And when I posted it, it got like 500,000 views, which is a lot of views. That's a big time video, but he stole it. He reposted it, and that video got 6 million views. And
was he already a big?
No. That video blew him up. And what really pissed me off about it is he gave me no credit. And if I remember correctly, he stole my sound. He stole the sound, but in the comments, he was how there's people that will voice over it.
Yeah, it looks like
in the comments, people were saying this is hilarious, and he was commenting saying thank you. I put a lot of work into it, making it seem like it was really him. And so I got on there and I commented and was like, hey, this is my material. You stole it word for word. You're not giving me no shout out or nothing. And he blocked me. But thankfully, though, at the time, I was a little, I think I might have had 100,000 followers on TikTok. And thankfully, I went to my account and I made a video. And I was like, hey, this piece of shit right here stole my content. Go, let you be heard. And they all went over there and they just bum rushed his content, or his content, and was just doing a whole bunch of shit. And he wound up actually cutting his account off. So
good.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah, but
well, that's like.
I tell you, man, I love my fan base, because for all the haters I do get, I have dude, there are people in my comment section that will come die for me, dude. Like, but I don't even have to say anything back to the haters, because here comes somebody, you know, just, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, this guy right here makes me laugh all the time. You know, you need to get a fucking laugh. You know, I
wish our haters were more vocal. They just hide in the shadows, like we don't know they're there. I wish they were more vocal.
They're watching now.
That's like Derek. I don't know. Have you ever seen Derek? I think his name's Derek Banks, the comedian on he's all over TikTok.
Yeah,
but he does that video where he does like the little kids and stuff like that. People have been stealing his content and for forever and blowing up off of it. And he was like, "Yo, that's my shit." And they're like, "Oh no. I just came across this sound random." And like, you know, if you find something that, like, you know, if I were to use one of your sound clips on TikTok to make a TikTok video, and it started blowing up, I'd be like, "Oh, this is, you know, at Bryce Tucker, you know, like
he's the one that did it." I'm just,
you know, I've had that happen before.
I'm just a talentless loser.
Yeah, I've done it like with songs, and people are like, "Man, you have an amazing voice," and I was like,
I'm lip syncing. I'm
singing, not me, dummy.
Yeah, I actually got a comment the other day, because I do a lot of lip syncing videos. Well, I did for a while, and somebody's like, "Wow, you really sing well," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm as bad as Milli Vanilli. Calm down."
I had one person stole my content and then tried to say that I stole it from them. Stupidest thing you could have ever did, because all I did, I took a screenshot of the dates our videos were posted and clipped it right there, and that was it. Game over. He lost. And I was like, dude, don't fucking come for the bull, man. Like, I got receipts. I pay attention. Like,
yeah, like, you know.
That's right, man. Don't mess with the bull.
Yeah, you know, I have a clip that I got off of TikTok, and it was like, it didn't do much on TikTok, but I put it on Instagram, and it's got close to 1 million views or whatever, and people are like, "Oh, this is funny," you know. Did this happen in your life? I'm like, no, it was just a TikTok clip that I lip synced to. Like, that's not even me. You know? I don't even know who did it. It was just a random thing that I found.
That clip that you used had literally been duplicated like 400 times.
Yeah,
on
like,
TikTok.
I don't know who the original person is, but it's not me.
I've had people see me in public, and they'll. The funny thing is, like, sometimes I'll be in Walmart or I'll be at the grocery store, and I'll see someone looking at me, but just like a little too long, and I'm trying to figure out if like they're trying to recognize me or something, you know, if they're trying to. And then 9 times out of 10, I'll get a message like, "Hey, I think I saw you at Walmart, but I was scared to approach you because I didn't know how you would react." Like, some people really think I'm an asshole because of the content that I made. They're like, "We've seen you in public, but we were scared to come up to you because, you know, we didn't know if you were in a bad mood or not." And it's like, dude, I'm not that big of a fucking asshole. Like, and I've had a few people come up and like take pictures with me and stuff like that, which is, you know, cool and stuff like that. But
humbling.
Yeah, it's really.
And you know, don't take this the wrong way, but I mean, you don't come across like an intimidating guy. You know what I mean? You look like just your average farm boy.
You look about as intimidating as a gummy bear.
Yeah, in the real world, I'm a very on Facebook and social media. You know, I'm like this asshole that just tells it how he feels and everything, and everything's kind of opinionated based. The funny thing about my jokes is, like, yeah, it is joking, but at the end of the day, like, the main subject matter that's within the joke or the plot, like, it stems to real life. Like, there's like, I can make a joke about something and it's all fun and games, but in reality, this is how I really feel about this subject. This is how I really feel about it. It's funny.
There's a nugget of truth. There's a nugget of truth in there.
Yeah, you always want to put a nugget of truth in there. That's what I find the funny about it. But the funny thing is like I said earlier, people will watch me on here, you know, just talking shit, or I'll go on a rant and I'll be in a pissed off mood. And then they think, oh, this is how this guy is always. But that's not in real life. I'm a very quiet person. I don't speak unless spoken to. I can be at a party and be in the corner and not say a fucking thing. Like, I'm more of an observant person. I'm looking and seeing what's going on, especially these days with the way the world is crazy. I'm all the time observing. But I don't speak much unless spoken to. But I'm one of those people. I'm conserved until you crack me open. And then no pause.
Yeah.
Pause. But once you know I get comfortable and stuff, like I'm a fucking open book. I'll just go a million miles an hour, which also ties into the fact I have critical ADHD. I made up with it so bad that it's hard. A lot of my content material I do have to rewrite because I'm way too fast. I'll make it.
And again, that's why doing a live show has been, good
blessing.
for Jeff and I, because both Jeff and I are ADHD. I'm the same way, man. Believe it or not,
here's the crazy thing. We're not actually ADHD. We're AD. Hey, a squirrel.
Bad. That's how I am.
That's how bad we are.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally working on 5 projects at a time, and then still ready to do the show on time.
Yeah. No, I'm this. Believe it or not, I'm the same way in public. I'm very. Some of you guys, Mark, Jarvis, and Connor, this is going to be very hard for you to believe, but Jeff knows me. I mean, Jeff and I spent 2 years in school together. I'm very quiet. I generally keep to myself. However, like you said, Bryce, once you get me going, I'm a big presence. I'm a big voice. I can walk into any room and take control of a room and have a fun time and have a good time. But we've talked about it on the Men Caring for Men. I also suffer from severe social anxiety.
Same here, yeah.
I don't like big settings. You guys, a lot of people see me on this show and they get this image, like you said, from your videos. They get this image of me. Oh, he's cocky, he's arrogant. He's got a big ego. I'm actually probably one of the most humble guys in the world. I'm very thankful for anything and everything. Especially with this podcasting world and this social media world. But, in real life, I have fun with my fiance. Like when we're out in public, I sometimes I think I'm making a comment that only she can hear. And then 20 other people around me hear it, but I get a laugh out of it. And it's like, oh,
yeah.
That's
the best.
Start writing it down.
Yeah. But but I'm the same way as you, man. I'm very quiet and I generally try to keep to myself for the most part. Which is crazy considering, what we see from you on social media. Would have never thought that you're like that because you just come across like. But it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have anxiety. The funny thing is too is like for years when I was in college, I became a severe alcoholic. I was sheltered my whole life. Didn't really go out and have a good time. So when I got to college, I just drunk. I never went to class. I was just. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a sob story. I had a hell of a fucking good time, I will say. I had a hell of a time. But that ultimately caused me to flunk out of college and everything. And when I came home, there was this brief moment in my life before I started doing this. I had no fucking idea what I was going to do in my life in any regard. And so I slipped into this real bad depression because I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. There was, here where I live, you're either a mechanic or you're a farmer. And I'm still farming and stuff, but now that I have this extra platform that I'm building on, it feels different than if I was doing that for the rest of my life, if that makes sense. Now farming just feels like, a side hustle till I can get to where I want to get. But I don't know, man.
It's right here.
I don't know. It's just one of those things, man, where it's like you.
She thinks I should have brought her one.
I'm drawing a blank right now.
No, Brian, who is Stacy talking about? And also, Brian, I 100% agree. Bryce, this direction we're going right now, I would love to have you on Monday night show. Monday nights is Men Caring for Men. It's
exactly what I was thinking too.
Say, that depression, it when you find
and
funniness in it, that's when the star was born. That's when this guy right here made.
I feel you 100%, man. I've been in construction. I started working for the Amish. I was 12, 13. I started working for the Amish, and I've been in construction pretty much my whole life, except when I lived in Charleston, because all the companies I went to or colleges or medical centers and stuff like that told me, and I've never heard this in my life, let alone it be a bad thing, I'm overqualified.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that.
So basically what it is, the fact of the matter is, the cold hard truth is, we don't want to pay you what we have to pay you to make it right. So we're going to say you're overqualified. So I stumbled into pest control, and I worked for Orkin for about 7-8 years. However, my knowledge in construction, my knowledge in building houses and building maintenance and stuff like that, that helped me excel in that job. Because a lot of pest control, which actually I love that job, man, and that was such a fun job. It is disgusting, but it's not as bad as a lot of people think it is. It's like for every one absolutely disgusting customer, you have 10 customers that are just doing preventative type stuff. You know what I mean? But my knowledge and my background, I was able to still use it on a daily basis and help customers and make sure they got the right contract, or be like, hey, I'm free this Saturday, I'll come over and do it for you. And they're like, how much is it going to cost? I'm like, I'm not going to charge you. These are customers that I had for the entirety that I was there. They became like a part of my family. I knew that I seen them every month or every 3 months or whatever. I seen them. I watched their kids grow up. I watched their business grow. I watched, we became very close. People that I would get invited to birthday parties or graduations or weddings or, some of the like lawyers and stuff like that, the higher up type people will be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Nothing. You want to come out on my yacht? No. So, not only did I become close to them, but I became part of their family. I'm just a fucking Orkin man, but I became part of their family.
Right.
But, that was kind of me. Like, this is all I know. This is what I know. Where do I go? And now I'm at the point where I love my job. I love what I do. I'm with a brand new company. I'm excited for them. It was kind of like a smooth transfer. I talked about it Monday and a couple other times, but it was just like hey, you were with this company, now you're with us. Nothing changes other than company names. And I'm excited for the future, but my real life job has kind of become my side hustle.
Yeah.
This podcasting, because with meeting Mark and Brian, meeting Jarvis, rebranding Nonsensical Nonsense is obviously this is our flagship show, but we are starting to build the network where we have Men Caring for Men, which is our Monday night show. It's a men's mental health. Now I'm doing a music show. I'm starting to gain, I did one interview, and that one interview from a very good friend of mine, he's like a brother to me. That's opened the door to all these other musicians who have watched it, and they're like, oh man, we kind of want to go on his show, and then the potential of the network actually growing, starting with Jarvis and Mark and Brian and talking shit with the Jarvis podcast and talking shit, and actually creating now it's like, what, this is becoming a reality. This my job, my 9 to 5 is now my side hustle, and the podcast is turning into a real thing.
It's funny how it works out like that.
Yeah.
When I first made my first video, what's funny is I think my first 3 or 4 videos were just I think my first video I recorded my fucking cat like running up the wall doing something stupid or something like that. Like I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was just trying. I really don't know how the fuck it happened. It was just I remember. I think I saw somebody else doing it. Like somebody else in the aspect of like, okay, all I seen on TikTok was like dancing videos and like thirst traps and shit like that. I finally come across this one person, and he's just standing in front of the camera, much like how I do in my videos, and he's just talking shit. He's just talking shit about just making jokes and something. And I liked the video. And so I went to his channel, and I realized like, wow, this guy, all his videos are like this, and he's actually doing really good. Like there's an audience of people who like this. And it's just him just bitching about, things in life or things that he's gone through or things like that. And I was like, man, okay, that it hatched the idea in my mind. Okay, maybe I can do comedy on here. And so and it's funny because as soon as I started doing comedy videos, I like to say it was probably my third or fourth video I ever posted. I think got 250,000 views. And that was the initial hook because I was like, oh shit, I got 250,000 views. That's crazy. You know, I got 5,000 followers off of it. It was that initial hook. However, the thing about TikTok is, and the thing that I'm glad I didn't realize it then because I might would have quit. After that initial viral video, I went, like, my account was a slow grind and a slow just build and just months of, I remember going through months where I couldn't get a video to get over 1,000 views. And you got to understand, like, I felt like such a loser. You got to think, the way I'm looking at it is like, I'm 25 years old. I was this kid who, in high school, I was a track star. I went to college because I got scholarship and everything. You know, I was a big, you know, so then the whole, you know, here comes this whole, you know, Bryce peaked in high school thing, you know, and that's how I felt. I was that guy that peaked in high school.
Yeah.
And I felt like a loser making videos with like 100 people, or not even that. Sometimes I'll post a video and get like fucking 15 views. I don't even know how that's even possible. But and then one day I just stayed consistent and I just kept posting. And the thing is TikTok will do that thing where every now and again one of your videos will go viral, and then you'll go right back down to the slumps. Mm-hmm. But the thing that kept me going though was I kept saying to myself, okay, these videos that are going viral for me, all my videos are like that. All my videos I feel like have the chance to go viral. And there's videos that I know for a fact are 10 times better than this video that should go viral. And another thing, like I was saying earlier about rehashing your material until you make it work. My first video that ever got to 1 million views, that was the 5th time I had posted it, just rewording it and re-saying different words. The first 4 times it might have got 5,000-6,000 views. I kept telling myself, I know this video has a chance. And when I finally got it right, it blew up. And I think it got 3 million views. And it wasn't the Mexican American video. It was the mathematics video. The first time I ever posted it. It was the one where I talk about, you know, you sleeping 8 hours a day. So technically you're sleeping a 30-year life away. So what does that mean? Meth heads live longer than anybody. It's like... Because you sleep a 30-year life away. So, like, he might have only made it to 40 years old, but I'd have to live to 120 to see that kind of action. Like, you know, just stupid shit like that. And I think that was my first viral video. And the biggest thing is it's all about staying consistent, dude. Even when you're posting and you only get 2 or 3 views or, you know, whatever, you just stay consistent. Because eventually you'll strike gold. That's what I've learned. You will eventually strike gold if you just keep mining and keep digging for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you hit the nail right on the head, you know. One day you can be on top of the world with something that you did, and then the next day you're just on that low totem pole, and some people can't handle that, you know. And I'll be the first one to admit there's been times where I'll have a video do really well, and then the next video it takes a little bit to get back up there, and I'll just be like, well, what did I do wrong on that video? And like you guys were saying early, sorry, Jeff.
No, go ahead.
Like you guys were saying, you know, and I was gonna bring it up much later, but doing live shows, I mean, it makes you come up or have to, like Jeff, you know, when he plays the buttered sausages, you know, it makes you come up with something to combat that, or not combat it, I guess, but like.
Bounce off of.
Thank you. Yeah. And you know, I love watching other great people and content creators do their thing, like Jeff. You know, I know Glick will probably say Jeff ain't great. Jeff is really good. I love watching what he does and how he can take a meme, usually, you know, at my expense, and just make it funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's really fun with that shit.
Love you too, Jeff.
No, but
you forgot one. You forgot one.
Yes, don't forget this one. Yes.
Can I get a liter of cola?
A liter of cola.
All right.
No, but it. Oh, you heading out, Mark?
Yeah, I'm heading out.
Is it nap time?
Yeah. He's got to be swaddled.
The
and
nursing
put to
home
bed.
went to bed like 6 hours ago.
Shh, don't tell my head that.
He's a night owl.
I love
If he
you,
stays up too late, he doesn't get pudding tomorrow.
That's
Thank
right.
you, though, Emma.
Goodbye, Mark. Thank you for taking part of my show.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mark.
One of these days, you're gonna lose. You watch.
You know what? No, Jarvis.
Oh no! Hey, I'm stretching. I don't know.
Put your arms down,
I'm just
Steven.
Oh, I gotta stretch.
It's never gonna happen, Steven.
Did you just dab? Chris is all like, yeah.
No, I post clips of the show. There'll be things that are like will happen live on the show. Mark, thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, I will talk to you guys later.
Mark. Bye, buddy.
Back to there, Mark.
Later.
We'll post clips of the show and stuff like that. And it's not so much that I expect them to go viral or anything like that, or I expect them to blow up. It's more just of I just want people to get kind of a small taste of what the show's about. And usually it's one of us fucking with the other with somebody else. And I've been the butt of a lot of jokes too, and that's perfectly fine. Like, bring it if you guys can bring it, but also because I'm always prepared. I'm always on my toes. I'm an asshole. And it's like, as soon as one of these fuckers snap, I'm going to snap back and I'm going to get them. So you get their comment. And then very, very few times I've been left speechless. I think Jeff has got me once or twice.
I got you a couple of them.
Yeah. There's been a few other instances where I was like, you got me there. Kind of fuck. But we just posted on TikTok, we put it on Instagram, and no matter what I post, it's pretty consistent, right around anywhere from 200 to 500 views, which not bad because it's consistent.
No, not bad at all.
I mean, we got like 3,000 followers on TikTok.
It's not bad at all.
You're like, I went viral with 1 million plus followers, and I'm like, I came on here and was talking shit to these guys because it took me I don't do thirst traps, but it literally took me taking my shirt off to get like 30,000 views on a video, and I was like, suck it, pussy. I got like 30,000 views. What's up? What'd you do? I took my shirt off.
I got lucky. I think I got lucky with my most viral video. I had a good video loaded up and I knew it was really good. And I waited until the algorithm had picked me up and I had a viral video. And so as soon as one video went viral, I had this video that I've been saving for so long, and I just knew that it was going to be a banger. And when I finally posted it on top of that other virality of the other video, it just blew the fuck up, like just stupid. And but I realized that's the biggest thing. If you ever have a video that's really good, if you can wait until the algorithm picks you up and like you see a boost in your views and you see that it's trying to push you more, that's the perfect time to post a video. Like,
Nah, and I'm just, unfortunately, I'm, my personal page, not that it's anything to really write home about, but, like I said, I put myself below a lot of people. I put a lot of people ahead of me, and there's a lot of big names out there. There's a lot of big names out there that a lot of people know and like, and I won't drop any names or anything like that. But I remember when I was sitting at, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 followers, and they had 3 followers, and I started duetting their stuff and telling people to come and watch them and shit like that, and even having them come up on my lives when I was going live, and then now they're doing comedy tours, and none of them are that funny at the end of the day. Let's be honest. They're just a bunch of fucking chads. And you know, it's just like, damn, y'all just kind of shit on everybody who was pushing you and supporting you and promoting you, and you know, now you act like you ain't got the time of day. Like, I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, man, had I not been pushing you and just kept on the momentum that I had going, where would I be at now or whatever?
I had in my case, I had the opposite. When I first started doing TikTok, there was a guy from my hometown who had, I think he had right at 40,000 on TikTok. So he was doing pretty good. And I just continuously was reaching out to him like, hey, we should do a video together and we should do this and we should do that. He kept blowing me off. He didn't want anything to do with me. And I shit you not, I can't make this up. The fucking day I passed him in followers, he fucking messaged me wanting to collaborate. And like, I just remember thinking to myself, like, the fucking audacity for one to do this, to do it. But the fact that he asked it the day I passed him, it just goes to show like how quick, you know, someone can fucking turn. Like when I was below you, you didn't want fucking shit to do with me. But the second I surpass you now, it's like, hey, let's work together. Let's collab. And shit like that don't fucking work, man.
Well, you know, like I've said this to Mark and Brian many times, you know, when they bring up how we got let go from a certain network, I said, you know what, you guys, you need to realize at the end of the day, you guys surpassed that network.
Twice now.
Easily.
Like they let you guys go because the person that ran it didn't like that you guys did a live show. And like I told Mark about it, I said, the reason he doesn't want you to do a live show is because he can't do a live show like you guys can.
Facts.
And at the end of the day, like I told them, I said, you know, that's why I like the Nonsensical Nonsense Network, because honestly, they're not about who you have for followers. They want to see you grow. And that's the way it should be at the end of the day. Yeah, they'll probably, you know, talk shit about, you know, a lot of the stuff that we do, but at the same day, we talk shit about each other and such, and as friends.
So it was one of those things where they wanted you to do good, but not better than them. And the first whiff that they thought that you guys could take over, they went ahead and just booted you on out.
Well, we had talks behind the scenes, just me, Mark, and Brian, that we were gonna leave. I mean, they did a thing every month where they picked podcast of the month, and for like their first podcaster of the week, I was the podcaster of the week on Instagram. And Mark literally asked me, he's like, did anyone even ask you if you wanted to be that? And I said no, but I said I think it's kind of funny how the person that wants me to be the podcaster of the week won't even shout out my own show. Just like I think it's funny how on TikTok those same people are now looking at not only my TikToks, but at Brian and Mark's TikToks. And I'm sure they're looking at the Nonsensical Nonsense TikToks.
Wow.
For example,
and they're upset because they don't have Brian on their show.
For example, of a clip that should have gone viral.
There, and I just heard him smacking on Miller Lite. So
I don't even care. This beer has 0 trans in it,
but it's got one holding it.
Okay.
Got him, motherfucker! I got him!
Out the nose, Jeff, I will make you a sandwich just for that.
Yeah! Got him,
motherfucker! Still funny. Still funny. Still funny.
That was one of those times where I had to take it on the chin.
And not only that, it came out his nose and everything.
The time he took one on the chin, am I right, Glick?
Yeah, it's not the first
You
time.
made it till he was like mid-swallow for that. That was great.
It was one of those things. That's the beauty of a live show. Is like we don't plan shit like that. It literally just happens, and that popped in my head, as he's sitting there telling his fiance, "This is the non-trans beer," and I was like, "Oh, you're a tranny." So it just kind of went for it.
That was great.
He jumped the shark and made it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll go with Mama to the bathroom so I can clean my face.
Oh fuck!
With me?
Now, you know, to you know, piggybacking on what you said, Bryce, you know, I'm very grateful for, you know, like Blacktop Mojo. I'm a huge fan of their music. I've been a fan for a long time. They've done the grind, man. They're still grinding it out. And when we started this show, our first episode, I sent them a message on Instagram. I said, "Hey guys," and I was honest. I said, "Hey guys, I know you may not see this or you may ignore it, but I'm a huge fan. But I'm starting a podcast, and we want to have break music, and I would love to play your guys' music if it's all right." And
less than 48 hours later,
it was less than 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
The lead singer Matt sent a message back. "Absolutely, bro. Thank you for thinking of us. Thank you for being a fan. You know, all we ask is to shout us out." I got you guys. I got you guys, man.
And not only that, we were actually, it was our first year, and Chris's birthday was coming up, and I did the same thing. I shouted out to the band. I was like, "Hey, you know, Chris is gonna fucking fangirl out. You know, if you can give him a birthday shout out." Not only did they give us a birthday shout out, they shot us a video. Shot me a direct video. "Hey Chris, happy birthday!" All this stuff, and I showed it to Chris on the show, and he damn near cried.
Cool.
That's fucking cool.
Well, I mean, that's one of those things.
That is
like,
fucking cool.
You know, you have all these big bands out there. You know, your Metallicas and your Zeppelins and your Floyd and Bon Jovi and Breaking Benjamins and all. Like my favorite band is Blacktop Mojo. I love these guys. I love what they do. I love their music. You know,
they don't have a bad song.
They truly don't. We've been playing them since day one. We continue to play them. We had Matt on the show. We had some technical difficulties. We had some issues. I told Matt, I said, "Man, I know you guys are super busy. I'd love to have a redo." Now I'm doing the music show. You know, the downside is I do it on Friday nights. They're rock musicians.
Yeah.
They're constantly on tour. If they're not on tour, they're in the studio. And Matt said, "As soon as we have a free Friday, I'll let you know, and we'll come on the show with you." You know, I said it's a one-on-one interview. It's just me and you guys, or just me and you, whatever. You know, I said, or if we have to do a pre-recorded thing, and I don't like to do pre-recorded, but if we have to do a pre-recorded thing, I would do it for them. And he was like, "We'll make it happen. Don't worry." You know, and I appreciate them because you
can pretty much take that to the bank.
There's also people out there that I've reached out to that are like there's a former wrestler, and I've been talking to him for almost a year and a half now. I mean, this cat is literally at the point where he's hawking his own shit on TikTok to make money.
No.
And I'm not talking bad about him, and I don't mean this in a bad way. It's just you're literally hawking your own merchandise and your own shit. He was in WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW. Like, he's been everywhere. And then he's going to have the nerve to be like, "Well, it's going to be $200 an hour." And I'm like, bro, you're hawking memorabilia.
Who is this wrestler?
Yeah, like I'm a fan, and I'm like, I want to put you out there and be like, "Hey, help my man out. He's going through a hard time," whatever the case may be. But I want to put you on our platform. Like, you're gonna come in for $200 an hour, bro? I'm nobody. Like, the fuck. Now, however, if it was flip, where, like you said, you know, if we were getting, you know, 3,000 viewers a live episode, and we were getting, you know, and we were making, you know, $300,000 an episode, he'd be like, hey, can I get on your show? Can I get on your show? Like,
exactly.
Support is given where support is given. At the end of the day, if you're going to support me when I'm at the at the bottom of the barrel, I'm going to, well, actually, for me personally, I'm going to support you when you're up and coming, you know, as long as you're going to do the same as we both climb that ladder together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing at the end of the day for me. But yeah, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand that mentality with people. And I have an artist coming up here in a few weeks on Glick's House of Music. I'm actually pretty stoked because I'm getting more and more musicians on Instagram that are popping up and they're right in my fucking wheelhouse. And I'm reaching out to them and they're responding back to me. And I got this young man coming up, and he was like, and I just sent him a message, hey dude, I host a music show. It's called Glick's House of Music. Came across you on Instagram. I listened to your music. I like it. I would love to interview you if that's cool. And his first message was, we need more people in the industry, in the entertainment world like you. Because we all start somewhere. And he's like brand new to the game. Like he's coming into the game. And he was like 100% I'm in. And I told him, I said, you tell me Friday that's good for you, and I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited because I actually truly have become a fan of his music in the last week or two since he come across my feed. But like, I think a lot of people lose that, like nobody, like you're not going to wake up tomorrow and be the next fucking Jeff Foxworthy. You got to pay even just Jeff Foxworthy and all those guys. They started
out nowhere.
You guys, people can call them sellouts, but they started out.
Yeah, you
making $5, and or doing it for free.
They all have a story of getting booed off stage too. Every single one of them got a story of being booed off stage at some point.
By the way, I found the clip.
Hey Chris, Matt from Blacktop Mojo here. Hope you have a rocking birthday, brother.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Just out of nowhere, and it was one of those things like, it was like 2 days before Chris's birthday. And I was like, I got to do this now because, Chris and I, at that point, we had just started the show like a couple months prior. And I was like, it's big birthday episode. Let's go ahead and let's see what we can do. And I was like, yeah, this might not ever work, but and I got back. But Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
No, I think that's the biggest thing. It's just supporting people, man. Just in all honesty, true. And I know Mark and Brian were hesitant with me because they got burned, and I'm like, I'm not here to convince you anything otherwise, other than just to say that's not who I am. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're succeeding, I'm succeeding. If I'm succeeding, you're succeeding. There's that old saying: if
a rising tide raises all ship.
Yeah, if I'm eating, my people are eating with me.
The first time I went on Mark and Brian's show, I literally I went on just because they asked. Like there was nothing more to it. Brian,
how did Brian get your phone number? Is what I want to know.
Stalking.
I like this. I don't. Damn, that's a good ass fucking question. Now that you mentioned it, I don't know how the fuck he got my number. I need to make sure it ain't in one of my bios or something. That could be what it is. But no, he just I might have gave him the number because I like to think he messaged me on Facebook first. But Brian's in the chat. Brian, tell us how you got my number.
So is that how I get your number? Is that how I can send a direct link to you? Put your phone number in the private chat there.
He probably Bill Cosby'd you. You just don't remember nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say. Back alley after, hard day at work. Next thing you know, Brian's.
Send me your Snapchat.
Here's my number, buddy.
Send me your Snapchat, and you'll get random 3 a.m. gifts, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. You ever seen a Sasquatch in the nude, brother?
Well, and
it'll help you lose weight.
A lot of people hit it on the nail right on the head. Mark and Brian. Like I told Mark and Brian, I never thought they'd get as big as they did. But at the same time, like you literally could see from their very first show and they had literally asked me, of all people, they wanted me to interview him first. And I was just like, really? You want me to interview you guys? Like, there's literally other podcasts out there that are better, that could interview better than I could. And
the first, okay, so sorry, not the, but was so. I feel like
there for you, buddy.
I could be wrong, but I feel like Mark was so fucking nervous when I came on the show.
Oh, he was.
I could just hear it in the voice. But man, once the second it started though, like it was gone. Like he was fine, but it was like before it started, I could tell he was nervous. But as soon as it started rolling and we started talking back and forth, he was perfectly fine. But I just remember looking at him before it started, and I was like, okay. But it made me feel better because I was nervous too. So to see him be nervous, it made me 100% calm and
interviewing somebody with a following is kind of nerve-wracking. I remember when we had Chris Cluey on. I mean, that episode, we were all freaking out prior to that. And then some asshole drops a fucking grenade and then stands up to go to the fucking bathroom, and I'm in an argument with Chris Cluey.
No, Glick wouldn't do that.
No,
never.
If you don't know who Chris Cluey is, he was a kicker for the Minnesota Vikings. He's in the Minnesota Vikings Ring of Honor. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame at some point in time. But he kind of got blackballed by the NFL because of his stance and his opinion towards the LGBT community. He was a very big ally to the LGBT community. And me personally, I admire that about him because, somebody who has been directly affected by having family and friends in the LGBTQ, and I say LGBTQ, not all the other bullshit community. I have a broster. My broster used to be my sister, and now he's my brother, so I call him my broster. I'm a huge ally for that community. So, for me personally, it was cool having Cluey on, but also as a football fan, because I remember Cluey and I knew who Cluey was. I was a fan of him when he played in the NFL. He got to play with some big names at Minnesota. So I'm nervous because this is huge, but I'm also super excited because as a fan of the NFL and as a football guy, I'm like, this cat's legit.
Well, but who's the other guy? The guy that was in his car?
Brandon First on.
There you go. Brandon Ford.
That
guy was awesome too.
Have y'all had a on yet that just really shit the bed? Just wasn't like you thought it was going to be a great show and it just wasn't what you thought it was.
Well, you're here.
That was too easy. You didn't want to be here for the first hour and a half, okay?
Jeff, you know what, Jeff?
Jeff was just patient waiting for the wrestling segments.
Yeah.
More than
payback for making me listen to wrestling for an hour.
Yeah. I give
Facts
you
on facts,
standing strong, though, buddy. I give you
actually, our first interview was Rocky. Then we had
So I will say that us personally, so we've had Rocky on. Rocky's a very good friend of mine. He's like now apparently I guess he's my fucking baby brother because I didn't realize he was so goddamn young, but he's like a brother to me.
He is a fetus.
We had Rob Durham on, Brandon Ford, Chris Cluey, Matt.
We had Hodor.
No,
that guy shit the bed. That was an open door.
Yeah, but he didn't really shit the bed. We haven't had we've had Mark and Brian on as guests. We haven't had a guest that completely shit the bed. And at the end of the day, I have to say I got to give credit to Jeff and I because it's very hard. Jeff and I are gonna we're gonna come off.
We keep it going. We keep it going regardless.
It's hard to carry.
So we have we had a guest on, a guy that I really like, Dizzy. He's actually on 1025 The Bone down in Tampa. He does the after show for the morning show He's on the early midday show, whatnot. He also hosts his own podcast, Lazy Ass Podcast. And we had him on as a guest, and I fully expected it was a Monday night, so it was him and Tony and I, and I fully expected the conversation to be just Dizzy and I just cracking jokes, having a great time, having fun. Tony's Tony. Tony was.
Tony was.
I know you guys are going to hear this, and you can take it however you want to take it. Tony was.
Tony.
We've never had a guest that was terrible, but I've had a co-host that was terrible, and Tony was that guy. When Tony was on, Tony was awesome, but when Tony just was focused on other apps or watching TV, or
it was like he phoned it in a lot.
Yeah, he just that was the worst thing. But so I'm going into this interview with Dizzy, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be dick jokes, fart jokes. Like, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna be cutting it up all night long. I don't know how it happened, but we got super serious. And Dizzy started sharing stories that he didn't even share on, and he's in a major network, and he's in a major area with a big network, and I think they're number 15 in the broadcasting world. You got New York and California and Vegas and stuff like that. I think Tampa's like 15 or something like that. And this cat is sharing stories, and we're getting serious, and we're having a conversation that I never expected. And that's what he said while we were talking about. He's like, I've never even shared this on the radio, guys. And then a few weeks later, he actually had the conversation. He had the opportunity to have the same conversation. And I messaged him, and he was like, and he said on the show, he's like, I wouldn't have never had the courage to talk about this or have this conversation had it not been for a podcast. And I'm not mad at him for not mentioning the podcast. That's cool. It's whatever. But the fact that I was listening, because this is a radio station I listen to Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until I get home at almost 5 o'clock every day. But I knew who he was talking about. I didn't need the shout out. I didn't need the recognition. And we were talking during it, and he was like, dude, you gave me the courage to share my story. And I didn't plan for it. So I pride myself on that, and I pride Jeff on that, and the fact that I don't think we'll ever have a boring guest on this show. I don't think we're ever going to have that moment where a guest is going to be boring, because we're going to keep it going. One of the things that Dizzy said that made me feel good in a private conversation, and I've said this before, was, dude, you made me feel really comfortable. You made me feel super comfortable and made me feel safe.
And Chloe said the same thing, because he came back for a second show after you dropped that fucking grenade, and he was like, can I come back? And we're like, okay. He dropped the what do you think about transgenders in sports, and then fucking walked away. And I'm like, yeah, here we go.
Wait.
Why you gotta go after Connor like that?
You dropped that and you walked off.
Yeah, I asked
away.
I asked a professional athlete, a guy who spent years in the NFL as a professional athlete, and I knew his opinion. And I knew Jeff's opinion. And I said, and I walked away.
He literally got up and walked out of the room.
That is great.
The gas was lit, and that hairy Sasquatch bastard just went like, match?
But
yeah,
here's the
some
funny
people
thing.
like to watch the world burn, Bryce. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this motherfucker with a match going. But to Chris, Chloe, and I's, we actually had a decent conversation. We didn't scream. We gave each other's opinion. Realized we're not going to change the other's opinion. Leave it at that. Which is what the world needs, because in the world right now, everybody's like, you must listen to me and not only me, and fuck your opinion. And it's like, yeah, that's what's called an opinion. Fucking
yeah, if you don't agree with me, then you're a fucking evil person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chloe and I talked about it for it was like a good 15, 20 minutes. And we were like, okay, I respect your opinion. It's not mine, but I get it. I get where you're coming from. We weren't trying to change each other's opinion. We actually had a decent conversation about it.
Isn't it wild that can actually fucking happen?
Well, in this day and age, 100%.
Yeah. But it's one thing if someone doesn't agree. I hate it when someone doesn't agree with something. And I say, okay, well, why don't you agree with this? And it's some bullshit ass or just some non-educated
or something they've repeating or reading it off the internet.
Yes, educate yourself first, and then because a lot of people don't know what's really even going on. They just form based on what everybody else is doing.
Did you see? Speaking of reading stuff on the internet, people are trying to blame the solar eclipse on climate change. Climate change.
Yeah,
and I was like, really? Because we predicted this multiple years ago, and it happens every couple years. I mean,
Sunny Holston on The View got her ass shut.
Yeah, she did. And you know what? It's pretty bad when you get shut down by Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar on a subject that they agree on.
Up
it's bad when you
that
get
happens.
Someone who is on Epstein Island.
How do you get out debated by the fucking View?
Well, no, the Sunny chick is part of the View.
Yeah, she's part of the
and
View.
She was talking about cicadas coming, and she was talking about something else and the solar eclipse, and she's blaming it on climate change.
Climate change, yeah.
And Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar both went, actually, no. Those things happen all the time.
It's just the way the world works, dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like Sonny looked at him like, bitch, we could have fucking ran with this, but no, you fucking it was genius.
Just like they literally Sonny one time was on there, Sunny Holston, and she literally was trying to blame or name all these accomplishments that ex-President Trump did and give them to Biden. And their guest at the time was
future
just
President Trump.
the guest at the time was like, hold on. And Sunny, you could see in her eyes like she was getting ready to go.
You could see the fire.
Yeah,
you could see the fire.
And the guy went like this. He's like, "Now I don't have a horse in this race. I don't give a shit about Trump. I don't give a shit about Biden." But he's like, "What you just said is the biggest crock of shit." And I hope you know that you have now made this generation dumber than what they need to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing you said even came close to.
Yeah.
A real opinion.
And someone on TikTok put that on there after he said, and you had made this generation dumber than they already need to be. They finished that off, and it got over 1 million views.
Yeah. Except that's a lunar eclipse, not a solar eclipse. But yeah.
No, it's what the flat earthers see.
Yeah. Why does it look like fucking Pac-Man from there?
Because it's a flat earth view of the solar eclipse.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, though. It looks like Pac-Man.
Let me explain.
Skinny, but no girth.
Part my 13 reasons.
You've only got 13? Weak numbers. Weak.
Oh no, I have way more than
Those
that.
Are rookie numbers, sir. Those are rookie numbers. You need to pump them fuckers up.
I've been in the hundreds since I was 12. All right, come on, man.
But no, like you guys were saying, if the thing that's the biggest problem with the world now is you have too many people that think their opinions are right, but they'll be the first ones to be told they're wrong and be proven wrong.
Well, I mean, we live in a society where you can literally look up anything on the internet.
Facts on facts.
But here's the crazy thing. You can also, whatever you look up, you can get the right and wrong answer, and it'd be definitively, you're like, well, that's a valid source. Well, this is a valid source. Well, which one's the right one? So you still have to come up with your own fucking opinion on which one you think is correct. And the problem is a lot of the people, we've mentioned this before, a lot of the people read one side of the story. That's the story they're sticking to. That's all they care about. And you can't tell them different.
Exactly.
Well, that's just the problem with society in general.
Yeah. I was actually, Chris, you probably remember the episode from Scrubs where Kelso is actually giving a woman a diagnosis, and she's on her phone. She goes, actually, it's this. And he's like, oh, he gets all mad. And it's like she was 2 steps ahead of him because she was Googling it. And it's like that was the beginning, like with WebMD. You go on WebMD and you could be like, I have a headache and I'm my leg is sore. Oh, you got to cut your leg off, and then they'll believe it 100%.
Well, yeah,
because I'm now a fucking doctor.
Well,
hilarious story. You want to hear a funny story?
Oh yeah, I love a funny story because.
All right, so I have fallen victim to the WebMD effect. So
My hair hurt. You have testicular. Well, I should have picked an easier word to say than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, woo.
No, look, testicular torsion. Okay, so look, I'm on WebMD, and so this is a funny story. I wake up one morning and I'm in a lot of pain down there in the no square. I'm in a lot of pain, and I mean like hunched over. I'm like, man, something don't feel right. So I get on WebMD, and I'm trying to figure out like, do I got kidney stone, something ruptured, like, and WebMD is telling me, oh, it's a testicular torsion. So I look it up, and apparently it's this thing where like your testicles can get twisted, and if you don't fix it within a few hours, they will fall off, like how you would with a rubber band in the field. So my nuts are about to fall off. So I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, we gotta go to the hospital now. Like, so we get up there to the hospital, and he's like, all right, man. He's like, I'm not gonna like I have to get surgery. And this old lady comes in. I'll never forget it. My mom's sitting right there, and she goes, "No, sweetie, you just got gonorrhea." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I would rather take the other
thing. Right in front of my mom. Like, yeah, you got gonorrhea. I was like, oh,
well done. Well done.
Words are hard.
Yeah.
Oh, good blazing.
Yeah. I wore rubbers after that, I will say.
Amen to that.
I hope so.
I have 3 great reasons why rubbers are important.
Very good.
Amen to that. I got
to
one.
Stop after 3.
I got one getting her 3rd job already, and 2 downstairs I'm ready to kill.
I haven't had a single one yet.
I told you I'll send you mine. You can take them. I might get a moment of fucking.
I feel for my wife on that. She's trying so hard. She wants to be a mom so bad, and she's like, it's like you throwing darts at dartboard, hoping that eventually soon you get that news. And like I told her, I'm like, when you least expect it is the time when we're gonna get pregnant.
Yeah, I got
Steven, you gotta actually stop fucking her in the ass. You gotta put it in the right hole. I know that's what you like, but I'm just saying.
I got a friend I went to high school with who tried for 9 years before they found it.
Yeah.
Listen, I know it's fun to watch it go everywhere, but you gotta inside, okay?
Yeah.
Keep it in house.
You honestly, you want to know how to get pregnant? It's very simple. You go do it in the back of a car late at night where you're not supposed to be, because that's how I had my first.
Stop having sex with men and your wife will get pregnant.
That'll work too.
Well, I think the real tell is making sure that after you finish, you say, "This isn't gonna. We'll be fine."
Yeah,
you're not gonna be pregnant,
because that
works every fucking time.
Here you go. If you want to get her pregnant, just break up with her and have sex.
There you go. Yeah.
My wife just gave me the shittiest look in the world.
Just ghost her.
Trust me.
No, I don't want to pull a Glick, everyone.
The crotch goblin.
In all seriousness, if you want to get pregnant, start saying, "I hope I don't get pregnant," because you will.
Right.
Yes.
And here's something to think about too, Jarvis. Like, kids are wonderful, but do you have an extra $15,000 a year?
I love that. I love that you
Facts on
15,000 low ball.
Yeah, no, that's a low ball number. Like the average for children under 10 per year is over $10,000 a year. That's
in the
disgusting.
90s, from birth to 18, it cost $200,000 to raise a kid.
Fuck that. Why did I have 3?
And I'm
Can you
like,
imagine how much money I would have.
I spent that last year.
Someone should have showed me those numbers.
Every time I go to the store, can you give me this? Can you give me that? And my wife's like, yeah, get him that. I'm like, oh, no.
I can see Connor.
We need to get them tablets. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because they're going to fucking break them.
I could see Connor the
they're
first
boys.
time.
So they're going to go into the bedroom and take pictures of themselves naked.
Okay, they're not
And
that.
you're like,
Well, maybe.
That's illegal.
I was gonna be like, they're not the Island Boys, but then it's kind of like,
They're 5 and 7, and they're like, "Oh, look, I got a pee-pee."
Yeah, it's a kid thing. It's holy
Dude,
shit! There's another thumb down there.
My 5-year-old won't quit playing with it.
Yeah.
He won't let
That's
go
okay.
of the damn thing.
I'm 43 years old. I play with it all the time. How you doing, Daddy?
I could see Connor.
He's just sitting there fiddling with it, like, dude, do you have to go to the bathroom?
What guys do.
There's a reason why the cameras stop at our chest because we're all playing with it.
My wife thinks that if we tell him it's going to fall off, that he'll stop.
Yeah, that's not true.
I feel like
that won't work.
That first of all, that won't work, and if it does, he's going to be terrified for the rest of his life.
I feel like the first time Connor ever sees on the news that someone has perfected time travel, he's gonna go back to his past self before he has kids and says, "See this motherfucker? This is what's gonna happen to you. Stop it."
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the 18-year-old me who thought it was okay to not pull out, and I'm gonna bring my bank statement.
Yep.
I'm gonna just show him my fucking bank statement.
In the future, you're broke.
You're not
Have you
ready
seen
yet.
this bank statement?
Children are investments for the future.
When it was just Nikki and I, we could go to McDonald's and spend less than $20 and be good. Now,
well, you can.
That was 8 years ago. But now I go to fucking McDonald's and spend $60.
I say $20 is one fucking
deal. My oldest is only 7. The child eats 2 full meals. It's fucking disgusting.
Try to feed me.
No,
I can't eat a single Big Mac meal.
I can feed you. That's easy.
No,
all I have to. I'm not getting you the meal. All I'm doing is I'm buying in bulk. I'm buying Big Macs, and then I'm gonna get cola from wholesale, and I'm just gonna roll them into your cage.
You're gonna get a liter of cola.
I'm trying to find out how to go into those fountain machines in my house because I go through one of these a day.
The only bad thing is you
By
know how
myself.
much syrup
you're
you're gonna have
cutting
to buy for that.
What's that?
You know how much syrup you're gonna have to buy for that fountain machine?
It's actually I did the math. I found a machine, but it's a smaller one. I want the big one. You can actually adjust the syrup.
Really?
So it uses less or more syrup. McDonald's, there's a reason why McDonald's Coke tastes better than any other Coke because they can adjust the syrup so it's a little bit sweeter.
Yep.
This shit's like fucking crack. I don't give a damn what they do. Just don't ever stop doing what you're doing, McDonald's.
Amen to
I don't
that.
even like Coke. I don't even like Coke.
I love Coke.
You give me a McDonald's Coke IV, I'm in.
But on top of that, I have the double extra fun part is because I got real sugar in my Coke.
Yeah, you got
real sugar in your Coke. You live in Mexico.
It's Mexican Coke. Mexican Coke is the best. Like in the States, I drank nothing but Pepsi. Here,
that's why
Pepsi
it's
tastes like shit.
Why do you think they keep sending the drug
I would say
mules over the border?
newsflash. In the States, you can get Mexican Coke here too now.
Yeah,
it's labeled Coke, Mexican Coke.
Yeah.
It sounds a little racist, but that's literally what the signs say: Mexican Coke.
Is that the next game we're playing? Is it racist?
If you go to Carl's Jr. here, they have American Coke in their fountain pops, in their fountains, and they're fucking amazing. It's just as good. My wife hates it. She's like, "Oh, it's too sweet." I'm like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome. I'm going for a refill." She's like, "You've had 6." I was like, "Yeah."
$2.98 on my savings account. I feel that.
No, but like when I order from McDonald's, I literally have to get the family pack for myself.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Question.
No.
Nothing behind it.
Oh, there's something behind it now.
Oh shit! I don't think I have it anymore. Oh no!
What? What'd you get rid of?
No way! I got no way.
Oh, for
Continue to
fuck's sake.
talk. Let me look here. Continue to talk.
No, I gotta find a picture of the family pack. It's 4 Big Macs, 4 fries, and nuggets.
When was the last time you went to the doctor, Jeff?
3 weeks ago. Had my checkup. I had to have a checkup because now that I'm on this board,
Your heart's gonna explode?
No, now that I'm on the board of directors of this fucking sanctuary, it's one of the things we have to do every year. So I went and had my physical.
I want Mexican Coke.
Did they tell you your arteries are clogged?
No, I'm in Mexico, so they're like, "Yeah, you're good." As I'm smoking and having a Coke, I'm like, "How am I, doc?" He's like, "Yeah, you're good." Right, cool. No, but like,
Chris, is everything okay, bud?
Yeah.
What'd you lose?
Yes and no.
What'd you lose?
Okay, well, never mind. I'll save it for.
Can't find my pecker. It's just like, what's going on?
I was gonna say Dream On or
do we not have Dream On?
But
We don't have Wicked Woman no more.
No, I have Wicked Woman, but I don't have Dream On. I have Dreams.
Oh, did we get? I can get Dream On real quick.
Can you get it real quick?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, that's how I want to end the show tonight, and I'm gonna do Dreams, Wicked Woman, and Dream On Saturday.
Whack.
Sorry. You know who I want it by, though, right?
Yeah, but Blacktop Mojo.
Yeah. Okay.
You want the
dumb, Glick.
Bryce? If anything, you got it. If I would love to extend the invite to Saturday night. I know you're a busy man. I know you got things going on. We are going to do a full blown ass 3-year celebration Saturday night.
All right.
I'm an alcoholic and I drink a lot of beer.
That's his show.
Saturday nights, I usually have way more than I should. But we're going to do a full-on celebration. I would love to, if you can, no pressure, but if you can come up Saturday night, I'd love to have you up here Saturday night. If you can't come up Saturday night, if you can at least stop by and say hello in the chat, that would be super. That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
I want to try to bring as many people as we can. Have up to 10 guests in here at one time. That's 5, but this is another 5, and that equals 10. So
after that, we got to take our shoes off to count higher.
Yeah. Jeff and I have to come to, much like the Beatles said, come together. Jeff and I, we come together, but we also come together. Wait a minute.
Yeah, we do.
Is it gay if you come with your best friend at the same time?
It's only gay if you like it.
Just wear boot bands.
2 seconds. Dream On's in the links. It's processing right now. It's such a big file. It's processing.
Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, like I said, if you can make it Saturday night, I can send the.
It's a little late. There it is. It's in the links.
I see it.
Jesus.
Nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. Fuck that. No, fuck that, man. No, that's cold blooded, dude. That's cold blooded, dude. That's cold blooded, and you know it's cold blooded, and I know you know it's cold blooded, and fuck both of you for that shit tonight. Fuck both of you for that shit tonight. That was cold blooded, and I'll deal with your asses Saturday night. Fuck that shit, and I'll talk to you 2 or 3 or 4 backstage. I'm not even acknowledging that shit. Fuck that shit.
Copy that.
Fuck that
I
shit.
do have one last thing for our 3-year anniversary.
Calm down, CM Punk. You proved that you were right.
Bryce, thank you so much, man, for hanging out tonight. Thank you for coming on the show, bro. You know, I would love, like I said, I'll send it to Brian and make sure you get the invite for Saturday night as well if you can come up. I'd love to have you here. We're going to be doing some throwbacks. We're going to do a throwback tonight with Dream On, but the music Saturday night, we're going to do throwbacks, and it's going to be all Blacktop Mojo. We're going to do something Saturday night we have not done in a long time by Blacktop Mojo, which I'm excited for. But no, I do appreciate you guys. Brett from Good Real Hunting, aka Brett Heyman, my guy, coming up. Thank you, Mark and Brian from Talking Shit. Thank you guys for coming up here. Bryce, thank you for coming up here. Thank you for hanging out the whole time, man. You know, I truly am a fan. You know, honestly, I'm a fan. I love watching what you're doing. I'm excited for your future.
I appreciate it.
To watch you grow, and you know, the door, like I told Brett, the door is always open for you, brother, man. At the end of the day, it truly is. You know, you've been a fun part of the show tonight. You've been a fun guest. And thank you to everybody. In all honesty, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the last 3 years, man.
Hey, you know, I love you, brother.
I bet that hurt to admit.
No, it's not a hard thing to admit. It's one of those things. It's like we've been friends for so long. If I would be more hurt if he didn't ask if I wanted to do the show.
Oh yeah, apparently I just got to go on his Facebook and ask for his phone number.
There you go.
Shut up! You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there Saturday night too, Brian.
Just like wait.
Yeah, no, Jeff. In all honesty, thank you for the last 3 years, man. I didn't expect you to last 6 months. You didn't expect yourself to last 6 months. So it's not a dig. It's not a shot. It's just that's
facts. I assumed I was gonna get bored.
You know, we've had co-hosts come and go. Shout out to the big dog, Mike himself, Tony D. Fuck you. Absolutely 100% fuck you, bro. That was fucked up what you did tonight, and you know it was, and so does Rich. So fuck both of you. But Tony D is a former co-host. Shout out to Connor being one of our newest co-hosts, and Jaravici, you know, hanging out. Thank you guys for just and all of our listeners and all of our fans. Thank you guys. I mean, I don't know, man. Like this still blows my mind that I'm doing this 3 years later. Now I'm doing a men's mental health show with these two guys, Connor and Jarvis. We have men coming on again. Bryce, I'd like to dive down that rabbit hole with you if you're willing to. And have the show. You know, that's what it's all about. It's all about men caring for men and men being there for each other. Do I though? Just
let it go, Glick. Just let it go.
But you know, and then doing the music show, which, you know, shout out to Rocky. Thank you, Rocky, for coming on and being not only the first guest on this show, but being the first guest on Glick's House of Music. And I look for big things. There's big things happening, you know, big things going on for Talking Shit. Good Real Hunting, you know, a true community of people who are going to support each other and have each other's backs and help each other grow, with even Bryce included and various other people as well. But I do want to close the night. I do want to close the show out. Bryce, if you can hang around throughout the song, we like to close the show out with like closing thoughts or whatever. We're gonna do our normal things. But if you want to add your 2 cents, if you can hang out throughout the song, please do.
All right, that works.
So little throwback to when we first started, little Blacktop Mojo. One of the first songs we ever played, Blacktop Mojo with their cover of Aerosmith's Dream On, and I dare say better than the original.
Oh, 100%.
All right, let's fucking play it. So I can...
Shut up, Jarvis.
Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face are getting clearer. The past is gone, it'll win by like dusk till dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay. I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know it's everybody's sin. You got to lose to know how to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blacktop Mojo with
Aerosmith
Dream On their cover. And and I seen there was a Matt was live on an Instagram. What was it? Rock feed. And they were talking about that because that was their moment where they fucking blew up when they did that cover of that song. And the guy that was hosting it, I just started following him. I'd never heard of him. The only reason I found out about him was because Matt was live with him. And the guy asked him, which was a question I wanted to ask him too. So when I get to talk to Matt again, we're going to have that same conversation. But the fact that Matt was able to just hit that final note,
that is a high fucking hard note.
Go deep. Everybody, go ahead and check out Blacktop Mojo. They're on all the social medias, wherever you stream music, all at Blacktop Mojo. Show the guys some love. And
I would definitely be going to show them some love. That was actually really good. I got to see what are they. Now let me ask you this: are they a cover band? Do they have original songs?
Oh no, they
got originals.
They've got a lot of originals.
I definitely want to check out one of their originals.
They do have.
Check out "Wicked Woman." That song is fucking amazing.
Or wait until Saturday if you're able to come up with us and you can watch Wicked Woman with us.
You know what? I'll save it just for that then.
Yeah. But they do some covers. They do some covers, but they've got some killer ass originals. Actually, a really good song that you should check out is Prodigal.
Prodigal's good.
Amazing song. Also check out their cover of In the Air Tonight. They did it. They're Texas boys. But they did it in an old distillery in Texas. They're just in this fucking, as Matt said,
it's literally it's Matt and his boy on a fucking acoustic guitar, and it's
full on. That was the first song I ever heard them do.
That was the song where they blew up for me,
and I was hooked, and I've been listening to them ever since.
I really want to bring back MTV Unplugged, man. That's what we're missing in this generation. It's good MTV Unplugged.
And Matt and Kat do a lot of acoustic stuff together. They also, when they're not on tour with the band or they're not in the studio, Matt and Kat do an acoustic tour like around Texas together. Yeah. So they are big on the acoustic sets. But like I said, everybody check out Blacktop Mojo. Show the guys some love. Let them know we sent you. We've been supporting these guys for the last 3 years, and we appreciate their support as well. Anything we've ever asked of them, they've been right there, and that's even cooler for me as a fan that these guys still care, even though they're continuing to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger. But we do appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you check us out on all the social medias, and you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts at. You can find everything all at bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. We also got links to all of our sponsors there. Oh, excuse me. Liquid IV, W Energy, and Zencaster. Don't forget to use our promo code at checkout. Words are hard. Thank you guys. Whichever one of you guys threw that up there. Appreciate that. Thank you, Jeff. Make sure you use our promo code Words Are Hard at checkout. Thank you to Mark and Brian and Talking Shit. Brett Heyman of Good Real Hunting. and Bryce, thank you, man. I appreciate you hanging out tonight. I appreciate you, just taking part and being real, man. Looking forward to everything that comes. Love you too. To everything that comes to you in the future, and looking forward to having you on the show more often. As I said, we always end the show with our little catchphrases and stuff like that. Are you ready, Bryce? Do you got something for the people? Do you got something for the masses, or should we put Jarvis on the spot?
What do you want me to give him? What do you want me to give him?
Just anything.
We do it
you know what, Jarvis? In the words of the big dog, peace out, A-Town down.
All right, so y'all want me to sign us off tonight? Is that what it says?
Well, we each have our own signature sign off. Chris and I have had the same one since the beginning. Actually, mine, people got mad when I stopped doing it.
Mine changed up for the good.
Yeah.
Jarvis, give him a little sample.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Fucking man. You know it's coming every single night. Every single show.
Jared, 3 hours and 4 hours.
There, you got your fucking catchphrase.
Hey, yo, it's the Jerry Vici. I just finished my podcast, all right?
Where's the chicken? And the gabagool.
Where's the chicken? What the fuck?
Give me the gabagool.
Can you give Bryce a little taste of what we're talking about?
Go fuck yourself, Fresno.
Ooh, nice. Fresno.
I like the Fresno. I like the Fresno.
He changes the city every time. He changes the city every time. Jeffrey, let him know one time.
I will say this though, man. That's a really nice beard you got there. That's a
Who
really
are you talking
nice
to?
beard you got there. Who am I talking to?
Me.
Me or Chris? No, fuck him.
But I gotta say that beard looks like it caught a domestic abuse charge outside of a Circle K.
Yeah, you know,
if you look, it's the evolution of a beard.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it really is. From Jarvis to Jeff to
Jarvis is like you're a teenager who just didn't shave.
Actually, Bryce is part of the
he's
evolution.
He's the beginning of the evolution. The first the mustache, then into whatever
Whatever
Steven
the fuck
calls
this
that.
is. Here, go to
Steven just shaved his pubic hair and then taped it to his face.
Yeah. And we really got 5 stages of evolution here with the facial hair.
At first, I had just the mustache, and I looked like a Mexican that was trying to pick up your grandkids.
Orderly, young lady, you want to get in my van? Oh, the heck.
I was about to throw you in a truck so you could paint my house, but whatever. I got on the Home Depot lot.
Don't worry, Bryce. We'll work on your catchphrase, bro.
When it hits, it's got to be great. It's got to be one that I roll with for the rest of my life. So it's got to be special.
It happens. I mean, you know, I used to say
facts on facts.
And for the 3-year anniversary, I'll throw it out there. You know, and I'll throw it out there again Saturday before I get into the new ones. Goodbye, motherfuckers. But
Jesus.
you guys know the drill. When you find yourselves at the crossroads of life and you don't know what to do and the struggle's getting really hard, just always ask yourself 5 simple letters, 5 simple words. WWNND. What would nonsensical nonsense do? And always, and as always,
that giggle was great.
Like a mixed grandbaby like a mixed grandbaby out of Redneck Family Reunion. It's time to hit.
Nice. And as always, don't forget, be good.
Click it easy.
Life's a garden, dig it. Oh my God, Bryce, can you give me that one time because you sound just like Joe Dirt?
There you go.
There we go.
Give us your best, Joe Dirt.
Life's a garden, man. You got to dig it. No, wait, the best one. He puts the Joe Dirt in the hole.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.